Hello. It is me, your Tru Heel Phenom, SP3. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for Tru Heel Heat 130. Return from Hell. We are going to be talking about the latest wrestling news, including recap of last night's WWE Smackdown and AEW Friday Night Dynamite. We're also going to be talking about NXT TakeOver in your house, WWE NXT with the return of Samoa Joe, Impact Against All Odds, Impact on Access TV, WWE Raw, Fox and USA Network suggesting themed episodes of Raw and SmackDown, preview and predictions for WWE Hell in a Cell 2021, and a very special call-in edition. I will not be frozen for the entire episode, but let me introduce first so they can talk and I can fix this. The beautiful, the lovely Miss Krssi Love.
Good morning, all my Hill and Hillettes. Happy Juneteenth. I guess Sid will look like Jarvis in a few minutes. But hello, Top Guy JJ.
Hey,
so
boo.
Nice to see you. Good morning.
You could introduce him.
I am gonna have to introduce him because you're just like I don't even know what I'm looking at right now. You're just doing a whole bunch of funniness right now. So on my other partner, I have Mr. Top Guy JJ. Good morning, darling. How are
you? What's up, guys?
I don't know
what version of SB we looking at right now, but that was a kind of a funny introduction there because he's trying to catch up. It's kind of funny.
Right.
But, good stuff. Listen, man, I jumped on right on time. I had to finish my final piece of my decoration. See, Titans Kingdom is right behind me, baby. So I had to add my Titans Kingdom, So we here.
Yes. We got a lot to get into on this edition of Tru Heel Heat. Of course, this edition is brought to you by our friends over at Powered 4 TV. You can use the promo code SP3 for 50% off of your Powered 4 TV subscription. But like I said, like I've been building up for weeks, this edition of Tru Heel Heat is going to be our live call-in edition for everyone who's been supporting us with super chats over the last couple of weeks. So whether you are joining us on YouTube, whether you are joining us on Twitter, whether you're joining us on Facebook, you will be a part of this episode. 30 minutes into this episode, we're going to give the live chat the link to join us live on air. So you'll be able to ask questions to myself, Top Guy JJ, or Miss Krssi Love. We got a lot to get into on this edition of Tru Heel Heat. Of course, a reminder to everyone watching, if you're watching us on YouTube, drop us a like. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family. If you are, watching us on YouTube, share this video on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, smash that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified so you always get alerted whenever we go with these live streams, especially live editions of Tru Heel Heat. If you're watching us on Facebook or Twitter, drop us a like, drop us a heart emoji, a laugh emoji, an angry emoji. However, this edition of Tru Heel Heat makes you feel, let us know with those expressions. Tag a friend in the live chat to watch along with you. But yes, like I said, this one is for all of you. So stay tuned. We are coming in shortly with our live call-in. We're going to give you that link to join us live. But we're going to start off this edition of Tru Heel Heat, as we start off every episode of Tru Heel Heat, with our Tru Heel roll call. This is for all our supporters, so giving us super chats, supporting the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, or supporting us on social media. So we start off with our top 3 conversation starters, the Tru Heel Trinity from the Tru Heel's group page on Facebook. Coming in at number 3 is none other than my co-host on Powered 4 SP3, John Scott of Powered 4 TV. Coming in at number 2 is Top Guy JJ's favorite himself, Mr. New Japan aficionado, James Wims.
Climbing up the charts, brother.
He's climbing up. Once again, he is climbing up. And then coming in at number 1, of course, out of retirement and back like he never left, the one, the only, the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson.
Mr. Nick Jackson. Yay.
Couple of True Heels we got to shout out: Jermaine Packman, Omar the Player Guy on Twitter, Dearian on Twitter, and Progression 2K on Twitter as well. Our subscriber highlight: we have a cool comment on our A&E biography, The Ultimate Warrior review, from Chad Venters, who said, I just stumbled across this and it was a good chat, gents. I was the biographer on the episode. And yes, you got my name right. So I guess that was a shout for Romeo. He always gets the names right. So thank you, Romeo, for getting it correct, because the biographer watched our review of the Ultimate Warrior A&E biography. And True Draw Josh commented on Tru Heel Heat 129, and he said WrestleMania 37 had 14 matches combined, 3 of them being women's matches, ... That's equality. As we talked about on the last edition of Tru Heel Heat. But let's get into things. Good morning, good afternoon for everyone watching. We got in the comments, the live chat, we see Rachel Cornell saying, I'm too shy to call in. I hope you are all well. I plan to travel to New York City again next year. Hopefully it's one of my favorite places. It is okay, Rachel. We appreciate you. You know, even Krssi is too shy. You know, Krssi.
We still appreciate that. Of course, you know, Krssi is so damn shy. She had to get booted off. She had to jump out real quick, you know. She couldn't even respond.
She had to, you know, I saw she was looking like me on to start the show, so I was like, oh, I hope everything is all right there. But of course,
yeah, she was looking like she was straight out of Minecraft.
There she is.
Krssi Love was in Minecraft over there. She met up with Stevie from Stevie O from Minecraft.
Man, listen, I think someone's trying to put some mojo on my stuff this morning.
North Korea does not like you this morning.
No,
not a fan.
SP about the conspiracy theories I have about the basketball league, but that's another story. So, you know.
Oh, shout out to the Clippers, by the way. They finally made it to the conference finals.
Oh,
man,
see, don't trigger SP, see?
Fuck the Clippers. Fuck Paul George. I give you credit, Paul George. You didn't choke. I thought you were going to choke. When the pressure is on, you usually choke, but you didn't choke. That's all I would give the Clippers.
Sounds like a fan that is from New York, but he's a Laker fan. So,
Terrence Mann, fucking damn Terrence Mann.
Yeah, Terrence Mann carried Paul George to that victory. We got Mark Lloyd in the comments. We getting controversy already. Mark Lloyd, I don't know where this came from, but he says Uncle Dave drives fans off AEW more because he's so protective of it. ? Especially Bucks and Kenny. It feels like because he anointed them, he didn't anoint them. He just said they were good. But he anointed them. He now has to protect them. I feel he does more bad than good.
They coming in hot. First thing in the morning, they coming in hot.
And of course, Rambling Rambo says at Mark Lloyd, Dave is biased so bad. They just won't have anything bad said about AEW. Both WWE and AEW have good and bad, mainly bad, but yes, both. But Dave Award said it all. Krssi, any comment?
I mean, truth could be, you know, it could speak volumes sometimes, you know. AEW don't shit out nothing but roses now. Sometimes they shit out some stinkers, and we gonna get into that.
Yeah, and I actually listen. This is the key thing. I've said it on Tru Heel Heat. I said it on Power 4 SP3. A lot of the bashing that I see is from people that don't watch. And like Romeo said, it's too early in the morning to bash Tony Khan.
Somebody woke up pissed the fuck off this morning.
Right, I'm not early to bash anyone, but I mean, if a bashing is necessary, then they're gonna get bashed.
We literally have said nothing to provoke this, and then
it's hilarious, yo. Yo, the Tony Khan bashing right now. Yeah, it's like WWE.
Hey, what did Tony Khan do?
Storming in here.
And we're starting off early. Within the first 10 minutes, we already got our first super chat of the episode. Mont Blake, who I wanted to have on this call in because he's been probably the number one supporter of the Tru Heel Heat, giving us super chats and all. He says, I'm unfortunately working, otherwise I'd be for sure in for the call in, but I'm here for the Tru Heel Heat, the Tru Heel vibes. Keep up all the fantastic content, you all. Mont Blake, we appreciate you.
Appreciate that, sir. You know, cheers to that. Cheers to that.
He has been supporting us, probably our number one supporter when it comes to super chats. Like, you know, all we ask, maybe $1 or more. It really helps us continue making great content, continue doing these live streams for you, talking about wrestling with all of you guys in the live chat. You know, $1 or more really helps the channel grow. And Mont Black, you've been one of our number one supporters, probably number one with your donations on our Dark Side of the Ring reviews on Tru Heel Heat. So we appreciate you stopping in while you're working to, you know, donate here. $5 donation. We appreciate that so much. And thank you, sir. You definitely our next call-in edition. I hope you are not working so you can join us live. Any comments before we get into things? Top Guy JJ, Miss Krssi Love?
No, let's go. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. That's all
I mean, as I've said, I just you know, just when you mention Juneteenth and what that day of progress meant and how we just have to hope that the people that wish us happy Juneteenth understands why they're wishing this.
Saying that? Yes.
So please just don't walk around with this happy June. No, just understand why we're saying it. Just understand why it's being said. Just that's all I ask. That's all I ask.
All we ask, the simple things in life, all we ask. But yes, let's get into things. Let's start off with what we missed. Well, we had last night 2 huge shows from WWE. First with SmackDown, a very interesting SmackDown. It became a very high-profile SmackDown out of nowhere as WWE made the decision to take the WWE Universal Championship Hell in a Cell match that was supposed to be on Sunday, that we were supposed to preview and predict on to Friday Night SmackDown, where Roman Reigns defeated Rey Mysterio inside of Hell in a Cell to retain the WWE Universal Championship. He won with a cravat, not the guillotine this time. And after the match, Jimmy Uso raised his hand and acknowledged his tribal chief. And then Roman choked out Mysterio with a cravat and wished him a happy Father's Day. See, WWE didn't want a father to be murdered on Father's Day, so that's why they pushed up the match 2 days. This company is so sweet.
This was pure genius. I thought this was pure genius on SmackDown's part because there was a chance this show wouldn't have main evented. Roman Reigns is nothing but the main event. Yeah. Roman Reigns is the main event of a show. If there was a chance that Drew and Bobby could have no. Roman is going to dominate headlines on Friday night as he did and as he should. And after that mauling, happy Father's Day, Ray. Fuck these, acknowledge our tribal chief.
Where's your legs? You gotta wear your legs. Head of the table. Head of the table.
Come on, boo.
Head of the table. I had to wear the shirt.
You got to wear the head of the table, man. Acknowledge it.
We got Carnage Payne in the live chat saying, I heard USA ain't best pleased with WWE pushing Roman versus Rey on SmackDown. I guess we may now see another. I don't know about that. I mean, USA and NBC Universal already got the WWE Network on Peacock, so they already got a little something. Right. I think this was to appease Fox because, they signed with Peacock and maybe they were getting a little jealous here. Also on the show, you had Commander Aziz make his debut, teaming with Apollo Crews to beat Kevin Owens and Big E, thanks to a distraction from Sami Zayn, which sets up Zayn versus Owens this Sunday. Carnage Payne says, match moved to Raw. Might as well not bother with a pay-per-view as they don't exist anyway. It's all network. Just have the matches matches on TV shows and get better ratings, wouldn't it? No, it wouldn't always lead to better ratings. You know, Danny O'Brien put his career on the line on SmackDown a couple of months ago, and that drew one of its lowest ratings of the year. So stipulations don't really do it, but I understand them putting the Hell in a Cell match on this week because it was up against two big Game 6 with the Hawks versus the Sixers, as well as the Clippers versus the Utah Jazz. So they had to compete with that. They want SmackDown to do above 2 million, so it makes sense. But what was your thoughts on this Hell in a Cell match, Top Guy JJ?
This was a work of art. Ben Simmons is trash, by the way.
Yeah, he is. 100%.
You trash bags.
Wow.
Just want to get that out there. Ben Simmons ain't shit. Just want to say that. As far as the match, this match was so well done. This match was so well done. Like the fact that this had the opportunity to give Rey Mysterio so much believable offense, and then once Roman recovered, like this might have been, I feel like, my favorite commentary job of Pat McAfee and Michael Cole during this match. When they was acknowledging that, is this panic on Roman's? Like, is he panic? Like, did this come out of nowhere? Like, did Rey's attack just come out of nowhere? That it shocked Roman Reigns that he's in danger. Like, he's actually in danger. But when Roman weathered the storm, and it was all down, like all downhill from there for Rey Mysterio, and this match was so well done. And so we don't know what the Kavat is. We don't know this move. We just don't know it. It just doesn't exist.
They said it
inverted guillotine. Or like I was like,
yeah, that's definitely a Kavat. That's definitely a Kavat.
So we just don't. We don't know that these. Okay, got it. So it's the inverted guillotine because Roman didn't name it yet.
Yeah.
So awesome. But
he didn't give them permission to call it a Kavat. He didn't give it permission to acknowledge it as a cravat yet. That's why.
Right.
I feel like Pat McAfee is getting better every week.
Pat McAfee's been great.
Pat McAfee has been awesome. He's been a gem.
I love Pat McAfee on SmackDown. I think
McAfee's been a gem. He's been a gem.
Been awesome. And I was like,
he brings this is what I love about when they bring that fan element, when they bring that energy to the commentary table, and it doesn't sound like they're reading a script and then yelling it out loud. Pat McAfee is just going off the whim, and you can just see it. Like, and that it creates the best shit. Why do you think Tru Heel Heat is so fucking awesome? Because we don't got Hollywood SP3 handing us scripts.
Hollywood. Oh, I like that. Hollywood SP3. That's his new name, friend.
So, you know what I mean? So
a shirt that says
that shit is creative freedom, the ability to speak on your fucking own. And Pat McAfee is a beautiful product of that. Clearly.
I love Romeo's comment here. He says Roman should call that move the acknowledgement. I love it.
You know what? We might need to tag that when they call it that, so Tru Heel Heat could get the credit for that. And I'm just
basically, Romeo, put that on Twitter. You know how you do.
Trademark it, Romeo, please, and put Tru Heel Heat as the.
If they call that shit the acknowledgement next week.
Oh, that's it. Over.
Yeah, you're gonna be pissed. Absolutely. But yeah, it was a very good matchup. Rey Mysterio got a lot of offense in. He used steel chairs, he used fire extinguishers, he even used a goddamn toolbox, and Roman first yeeted him headfirst into the cell from outside of the ring, and then in the end he power bombed, yeeted him into the cell from inside the ring out, and then gave him what we're gonna call the acknowledgement for the victory. So very fun, very good Hell in a Cell match. They had a really good near falls for Rey Mysterio. Even though you knew who was winning going in, they did a good job of making you believe that Rey could win. So I did enjoy this. This was probably the best part of SmackDown. But at the end of the day, what do you think about WWE's decision to put this on SmackDown instead of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, Miss Krssi Love? Do you think it was a good decision? Because honestly, it feels like it accomplished nothing. Honestly, like they just put a match that would have been really good on the pay-per-view and draw more viewers to Peacock on network television to pop a rating for 1 week, but it had no like overwhelming like result that's gonna be affected like next week, and they just blew through this story in 3 weeks between Ray and Roman.
Something that could have been like drawn out a little longer. I feel like I think this was a worthy Hell in a Cell. We're having Hell in a Cell. Why not put it on the pay-per-view? Maybe like you said, they didn't want to be outshine. Maybe they didn't want to outshine Bobby and Drew. Who knows? But I feel like you put it on TV network TV for then what? To do what next week now? What is so Roman is not so the tribal chief is not going to be on the pay-per-view? What, like, I don't understand, like, what does that even mean? Are you treating him like Asuka, where you're the champ and you don't even be on the pay-per-view at all?
Oh, damn. Damn.
Wait, the hot take.
That is the hot take.
Wait.
I'm sorry. Did I say something wrong?
I didn't think we would ever hear a comparison of Asuka's booking to Roman Reigns' booking on Tru Heel Heat.
I mean, that's what. Come on, we all say the truth here, friends. Let's go. Hello. Why is the Tribal Chief not on a pay-per-view? Why we want ratings on TV. That's great. You're gonna get the ratings regardless on SmackDown. He's been getting the ratings. So I don't understand why you would think that it would be better to have, and like you said, maybe he didn't want to get a father smashed on Father's Day. I don't know. Maybe Roman wanted to be off of Father's Day. Who knows? Maybe the Tribal Chief's like, I'm not worthy to even be here. I don't know, but it could be a number of things. However, I feel like, maybe it should have been on. But there, I digress. But I
feel like Roman's going to be off at Money in the Bank, so it doesn't even make sense for him to get off this one, and then he's going to be off the next two pay-per-views. Like, I don't know how you're drawing anybody with your hottest star not on the pay-per-views.
Thank you.
I do understand where Krssi is coming from. We got Jason Michael Campbell in the comments saying Roman tossing Dominic like Uncle Phil tossing Jazz out of the house. We also got Mont Black here saying happy Juneteenth, everyone. Also, I'm curious you guys' thoughts on WWE seeing Aleister Black getting lots of interest and immediately trying to rope him back in because they know he's money. No, it's not because they know he's money. They're just trying to keep him away from AEW.
Away from a company that can expose him better.
Yeah, that's all that comes down to.
Because all these other companies are sitting there with tons of ideas for him, and they're like, Tommy End, please let your 90 days end. Please let them in. Please let them come in because they don't know what the fuck to do with you but hand you a paycheck.
Yeah,
absolutely. We got Rachel Cornell with a good a segue for a programming note. She says she haven't seen the China documentary either yet, but I will let you know we are going to do a review of the China documentary on Monday. I saw it and it was absolutely brilliant, but very, very sad. She has been let down by so many people in her life, but it is a must watch. So you got a couple of days to watch it before we review it live here on Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel on Monday. There we go. We got Krssi Love confirmed. Mont Black saying, heck, LOL, somebody challenges Jeff Hardy, and now he's just trying to get the fuck out of here. But making his matches, I win or I lose my career. That was outrageous that Jeff Hardy, one of the legends of WWE, got a 2-minute build-up to a retirement match on Raw.
Yo, this is the desperation Monday Night Raw has come to get a couple people to watch.
Yes.
A couple people.
There you go.
For a couple people.
A couple people. And then Romeo answering Krssi, I don't know if you knew, but that was the first Hell in a Cell match in broadcast television history. Yes, if you didn't know, WWE said it about 8 million times last night.
I'm in the minority, man, but I like the idea. You don't get to see Roman in big profile matches on TV. This looked good. Yo, Roman is the headline of anything he does. Anything that man does. That's how pristine he has become. So if he had a chance to not headline Hell in a Cell, I'm not mad at it. And it gives them both Father's Day. Why would you want to see a man get killed on Father's Day? Like, why?
They don't want to murder a father. Elsa, that's a great question. We are about to put the link in for our call-in, and you can come on live and ask that to Top Guy JJ. He's not going to answer it now. You have an opportunity to join us and ask us any questions you want during our call-in. Honest Beyond Reasonable saying, hey, SP3, ain't Hollywood SP3. He's London SP3. I'm telling Ad, flying in on helicopters and limos. Soon he won't need to be on video as he's too big for his own creation. Never that. Never that. Do not listen to these
See, this is the inflation that I'm talking about.
Do not listen to the nonsense these two pull on me. But we also got to talk about the other show that was on last night, Friday Night Dynamite, which had some very interesting programming on this week. I will say 2 weeks ago was probably the weakest episode of Dynamite in the history of the program. Mac and Cash on AE Recap called it the WWE Tribute Show. But the last 2 weeks, they have been giving us solid programming. Not the level that we had before Double or Nothing, but pretty solid. Last night, we had Jake Hager defeated Wardlow in an MMA cage fight to kick off the show.
After giving Jake Hager some type of love. That's wonderful.
Yeah. I mean, I wasn't totally sold on the MMA cage fight stuff. I mean, a lot of the punches did not seem like it hit, and that's what happens when you try to do a worked MMA fight. But but Jake Hager in the end looked good for once. After the fight, Sean Spears attacked Hager, which led to a brawl between the Inner Circle and Pinnacle. MJF attacked Chris Jericho, putting his injured arm in the salt of the earth and punching out 60-year-old Dean Malenko. And then Sammy Guevara made the save to set up Sammy versus MJF on the return to Wednesday nights on June 30th. Matt Jackson and the Good Brothers defeated Eddie Kingston, Penta El Zero, Miro, and Frankie Kazarian in a fun 6-man tag main event. The men of the year of Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page beat Darby Allin in a 2-on-1 handicap match. So yeah, I agree with 5th Generation Carney here. He says that cage fight looks so weak. Yes, and Wardlow doing Hurricane Radas in a cage fight. I just shook my head and I was just like, I'm so done with this.
This shit should have been over after round 1. Like round 1 looked okay. Once they hit round 2 and started jumping off the cage and start like, come on. Don't sell me a fight when you're about to get all full-blown wrestling on me.
Yep.
I totally agree with you. It went into wrestling mode, but I don't think Wardlow lost anything in this cage fight. I think it just evens up the odds between the two guys. Now they're 1-1, and I felt like Wardlow looked strong against a legit MMA fighter. But Brett Thomas, on the other hand, says, guys, Jace Haga sucks. Like Logan Paul could do the MMA and talk way much better than boring Jake. There's nothing about him. His awful promos never improved. I have never seen Logan Paul in an MMA fight, so I'm just gonna say that you're probably talking out your ass because we have yet to see that. And by his boxing skills, I wouldn't want to see him in an MMA fight because he did not look like the best boxer. But he also mentions the Aaron Carter versus Lamar Odom on Celebrity Boxing looked more legit than the cage match AEW did. I will agree with that. Lamar Odom looked like he was off the drugs there, so I give him credit.
No, that was great. That was a pure comedy match. That one over there.
We got Mount Black saying the almost fist bump between Hager and Wardlow was King Kong and Godzilla acknowledging each other before Spears jumped in there. Yes, I did like that. I did like that they were about to fist bump because it at least teases that that we are gonna have a Wardlow babyface turn, which I think could be like have the potential the Wardlow MJF type of chemistry and type of personalities they have. It can be AEW's version of Batista turning on Evolution and turning on Triple H. I feel like that has that type of potential there. What did you like on AEW last night, Top Guy JJ?
You know what? I love that 6-man match between the Good Brothers and Matt Jackson and that trio of Pentagon. I'm gonna listen, El Penta, who is Eddie Kingston and Kazarian. Mr. Kazarian with that fire promo before that match. Like he spit some flames before that match. And the match itself was freaking awesome. Like that match was Like the way they ganged up on Matt Jackson on that little spurt there for that little 35 seconds and just basically killed him. And he basically looked dead for the entire duration of the match after that was perfectly done. I mean, Nick is just becoming just as big a dickhead as Matt. So this is just becoming such perfect storybook telling between these guys. And that neck breaker off the top rope was
cool finish.
Awesome.
Cool
was
finish.
Fucking awesome. Like that was so well done. Please, AEW, no more of that cage match shit. You can't it felt good for the first 3 minutes, and then it went all the way downhill from there. All the way downhill.
I don't want to see work cage matches, work MMA fights. It just doesn't work out for it. But we have hit the 30-minute mark. So in the live chat right now, you will see you can join us for our live call-in. This is for all of our supporters. The first people in will be anyone who has donated a super chat to us. We do have a couple of comments to read here in the live chat. We got Romeo saying, shout out to my boy Andrade for the improved English on his interview with JR. He's trying. Thank you, Charlotte, for tutoring him.
Of course, we gotta do that. Exactly. You know, he has this girl in there some kind of way. You know, he has to put the queen in there some kind of way.
He's keeping the same energy. At least there's that. We also got Frantic World with us, one of the cool supporters here in the Tru Heel Heat community, saying, "What's up, Tru Heel Heat?" and chat. We got Matthew McCoskey here with us saying, where we got here, he says, Elsa saying, is it true Jericho has a crazy family member who tried storming White House? It was in BBC news thing last night in UK. Apparently he tries to keep it hush.
On hush hush. I didn't see that, but if I find out, I'll let you know, friend.
That's interesting. I did not see that either. What he said, he also says the link isn't working. I'm gonna try to fix that. But what did you guys think about Darby Allin choosing to go it alone? And are you guys sold on the whole Ethan Page Scorpio Sky partnership with their new name, the Men of the Year? What about you, Krssi?
What?
Yeah, Men of the Year is their nickname.
Yeah, that shit trash.
Third Basura.
That's straight trash.
Basura. They're right in Basura.
Like, why the fuck did y'all coin yourselves a name?
Right, just two guys. You know,
they should have just did two guys working together.
Yeah, maybe I mean, I know All Ego Ethan Page is a phenomenal wrestler, and Scorpio Sky is fucking great. Don't mess it up.
Don't mess it up. Don't mess
Men
up
of
with
the Year.
Men of the Year.
Like just been
no fucking magazine.
Right.
I just put in a new link in the comments on the live chat on YouTube. So if you want to use that one, you can use that. But yes, we are about to start our live call-in. We do have a couple of more shows to get into on what we missed. But
I just want to. Just so y'all see the energy is consistent, we just dogged a lot of AEW Dynamite in this.
Correct.
Like, a lot of it. A lot of garbage in this past episode. That shit is not cool, what they try to pull off last night. Not cool.
Right.
Hey, I was not sold on the cage fight. I like Top Guy JJ. I did enjoy the main event. I feel like the Young Bucks have been the best thing about these Friday Night Dynamites, but I'm very thankful that they are off at 10 p.m. for Dynamite, and that next week we get it at a reasonable time. Saturday, 8 p.m. We got the big Kenny Omega versus Jungle Boy AEW World Title match. We got Hangman Page versus Powerhouse Hobbs. I love the Hangman Page promo where they asked him about him being the number 2 contender, and then next week he should be paying attention to the World Title match. He was like, yeah, John Silver, his arm is healed. He wanted to talk about everything but Kenny Omega and the world title. It was awesome. It was so awesome.
Can I just say that I was this year's old when I found out that Jungle Boy is Luke Perry's son.
Oh my God, you did not know that?
I didn't know that. And I was like, this boy looks so familiar. And then I was like, oh, look at that. With all that damn hair. He's Luke Perry's son from 90210. I was like, that is the sweetest thing. Look at, he got an angel just watching over him. I was like, that is just beautiful.
Wow.
I'm mad that you just found that out.
Okay, though. It's fine.
We got the Negro Buck donating $2, saying gotta show some love. Thank you, good brother. The link is on YouTube. It's in the live chat. If you want to join us live, like Tim Floyd said, R.I.P. to Luke Perry, R.I.P. to Dylan McKay. Yes, I agree. Yes, Dylan McKay is his angel. But yes, Jungle Boy as a big opportunity next week as he versus Kenny Omega for the AEW World Championship. But I see we do have a first call-in, our first run-in for our live call-in, and it is actually someone that has donated a super chat in the past. You've seen him in the live chat with us, so we gotta let him join in. He can ask any questions, talk about anything in the wrestling world. We got the good brother Matthew McCoskey, one of the elite good eggs from the Wrestling Daily community, joining us live right here on Tru Heel Heat 130. What's going on, Matthew?
I gotta figure out where I'm gonna set myself up because it's early.
Or you could just listen down and talk to us.
Yeah.
You're looking busy first thing in the morning. Like,
right.
It's early. It's 6:45.
Oh, wow.
We called from the West Coast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're in the West Coast. Where are you calling from?
California.
Good morning.
Okay.
So I have a question for you before you ask us a question, Matthew. Are you a Clippers, Warriors, or Lakers fan?
Lakers. So.
Are you just saying that because of SP3?
Don't know who I want. No. I'm legit a Laker fan.
Matthew is good in my book.
Yeah. Disappointed, but we'll see what happens. Maybe I kind of want to see Phoenix beat the Clippers now.
Oh, okay.
That's kind of unanimous with the Laker fans. Nobody wants to see the Clippers succeed.
Apparently.
Yeah. Do I want to see the team that beat us, or do I want to see our rival? I don't know.
I mean, I'm hoping that
I think whoever wins the next.
This man is thinking.
I honestly think whoever wins the Nets Bucks series. Yeah, I think I had a lot. Whoever wins the Nets Bucks series will beat the Sixers, and will beat the West Coast team in the finals.
I agree with you.
We'll see. We'll see, though. I can't wait. And I can't wait for Dynamite to be back on Wednesdays.
I agree with you there as well.
It has been a deep dive cut, whatever, into my routine, and now I'm into my Friday routine, but I need to get back into the Wednesday routine.
We got a lot of love for you in the live chat here, Matthew. We got Brett Thomas saying hey to you. We got Rachel Cornell saying sup, Matthew. We also got Tim Floyd saying welcome, Matthew. We are feeling the heat early on a Saturday, folks. But Matthew, you are here live with us. You can access any questions or anything you want to talk about in the wrestling world with Krssi, JJ, and myself.
Yes. So let's go back to a comment I had a little up. Don't see it. No way Vicky Guerrero's about to wrestle. No way. No way.
She's gonna walk in,
I'd like
probably do a push.
I'd like to see it, but no way. I think someone's got to replace her. And then Thea Trinidad teases, Thea Trinidad teases it by saying, and I'm like,
but we got to put them together. We got to put these two together.
Yeah.
So Vicky cut the promo and put herself in a match, and then right after Andrade says that him and Vicky has surprises. So
right. There you
we
go.
might have to put them together.
Exactly.
Something might be coming.
You gotta think about it. Think the long term.
Is that Saturday or is that Wednesday the 30th?
I believe the tag match is on Wednesday the 30th. They announced more matches for the return to Wednesday than they announced for next week Saturday.
Okay.
That shit was confusing. I don't even remember what. All I remember for sure is Kenny and Jungle Boy is next Saturday. But other than that, I don't remember anything else. They announced like 15 fucking matches.
Yeah, Hangman versus Hobbs is next week.
Next week. Yep. That's gonna be good matches for sure.
That's all I know. That's gonna be good. Yeah. As Sean Rossett likes to say, big beefy men slapping meat.
That certainly is going to be Hangman versus Hobbs. It's going to be big men slapping meat for sure. But thank you so much for joining us here, Matthew. We definitely appreciate all the support you've been giving us. Any final words for everyone watching us in the live chat right now?
I feel like I need to ask one more question, but I don't know what.
Just spit it out, brother. Anything at the top of your head.
It could be non-wrestling related.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
All right, so you're gonna have to put in the chat now to remember it.
Ooh.
But first of all, we appreciate you, brother, waking up this early in the morning. It is like not even 7 o'clock in the morning. First of all, we appreciate you getting out of bed because I ain't getting out of bed at that time for these two any day of the week.
Wow. Okay.
Maybe Chris, maybe my boo Krssi, if we got something going on here in Brooklyn.
You don't.
What's up?
Go out of bed this early, but you pour your tequila at 3 p.m. My God.
Well, no, we hear you, but you're a little bit frozen there. We got a couple of more people waiting on Matthew, but thank you so much for joining us. We're gonna do more of these call-ins for sure. You've been a supporter, so definitely appreciate you, good brother. We will see you next time, and see you in the live chat.
Sounds good. That's P3.
Bye.
So thank you, Matthew, for joining us. Next up, we got a familiar face to the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. We said he is the #1 conversation starters on the Tru Heels group page. The Negro Buck himself, Nick Jackson, is here with us. What's going on, Negro Buck?
Hey guys,
what's up, brother?
What's up?
How are you?
Nothing much.
Yes.
I'm
you
great.
Look good. Don't worry.
Just want to apologize. Want to apologize for my bedhead. I just got up.
You look great. Don't worry.
What time is it for you?
A little super chat for you guys.
I know. I saw it.
It's almost. It's 8:49.
Oh, okay. Not that bad.
Not bad.
Okay.
Yeah, I was actually supposed to be to work.
Are you off today? You off today?
I was supposed to be to work at 6 a.m, but I have neighbors who they're back next to my room, and they have a full ass speaker system. And as soon as I got out of bed, when my alarm rang at 5:20, I almost fell forward, and my body said, "Fuck that." So I sent a text to my supervisor telling her what the deal was. I was only running on about less than an hour of sleep, so yeah. But I guess there was a reason for that. If it wasn't for that, I probably wouldn't be calling in today. So I guess I can say thank you to my asshole neighbors for once.
So asshole neighbors falling out of bed, loud ass speakers leads to a call-in on Tru Heel Heat. It's a perfect way to start a Saturday morning.
Absolutely. Right? The neighbors is working well with you. We got Rachel Cornell in the live chat saying Top Guy JJ wakes up with tequila. Yes, he is. That's the Top Guy. That's the Top Guy.
And my pretty cup too.
That's his.
That's your name on it too. Cool, that's beautiful.
That's nice.
That's the coffee, and then we got Heel Steven saying, "You're Heel Steven. Click that link. We just put it up in the live chat here." You can join our call in right there is the link. Join us live. We also got Matthew McCoskey saying thank you so much for having me on. Very fun. Yes, thank you, Matthew, for waking up early and joining us in the live in this live call in. But Negro Buck,
waking up at the
Negro Buck, you've been on Tru Heel Heat before, but any questions for myself, Krssi Love, Top Guy JJ, or anything in wrestling you want to talk about here?
I think one question that I will say, and just before that, you guys were talking about the tag match with Rebel and Britt Baker against Nyla and Vicky. That is supposed to happen on the 30th. I remember that because that's also the night that we got Miro versus Brian Pillman Jr. for the TNT Championship.
And they did a good job setting that up, I will say, on the show.
Oh, yeah. That was a really good setup. And I will say, I guess one question I will have, who do you guys see as being the next TNT champion to unseat Miro and get that rub of being his first, being the first person to defeat him?
I'll start with Krssi Love. Who do you think? Who's going to beat Miro for the TNT Championship?
I would hope Andrade.
Andrade? What about you, Top Guy?
This one is actually a tough one because I see Miro having a pretty long reign. But if we're gonna just go out on a whim here, I think once Christian Cage is done with his stupid ass storyline with Money Matt, I think he's gonna be next in line because I think they're gonna have a face take it off of him.
That's the same route I was going. Yeah,
I think a face is gonna beat him, but I don't think it's gonna be Christian Cage. I think it's gonna be Jungle Boy. I think Jungle Boy versus Miro is the type of matchup that would rock because Miro.
Those are my two choices. Yeah,
Miro needs to have a guy that's smaller than him, and I feel like Jungle Boy's come back against him, especially because they're going to be back on the road in front of fans. I think that would be great, in my opinion.
Also, it's not none of them are all bad answers. I think
that'd be the perfect time.
Absolutely.
You know, it's funny. Literally, a couple weeks ago, we was literally saying that Jungle Boy deserves a run as TNT champion.
We did say that, I think. Yeah.
Literally.
Oh, 100%. Because I think that's what the TNT title needs to be, is that workhorse title for AEW, kind of like the IC title, to just help guys build up towards that next level. And that's what I do see for Jungle Boy. He's going to have an amazing showing against Kenny Omega. You know, I mean, he's already had some good showings when it comes to his matches with Chris Jericho, the match he had with Darby, that little sequence he had at the end of that Battle Royal with Phoenix. Like, Jungle Boy is going to be a huge star, and I think that this match with Kenny could be used to definitely boost him as a future top challenger against Miro for the TNT title.
I definitely agree with you there. It just seems like this matchup with Kenny is just supposed to raise him up just a little bit, and I think that the next step would be him beating Miro. But what did you check out SmackDown last night, Negro Buck? What did you think about the Hell in a Cell match between Roman and Ray?
Yeah, I did check out SmackDown. You know, I gotta see the Tribal Chief in action, and you know, I've been getting my mom into a lot more wrestling because ever since I was a kid, she's loved Rey Mysterio. But, you know, once I got back in wrestling as a teenager and stuff, she loves Roman Reigns. So
she loves Roman Reigns.
Yeah. My mom's top three, little sidebar here. My mom's top three crushes in wrestling right now would be Roman Reigns, Triple H, and Amos. She loves Amos. But I digress. I was surprised by the whole thing, but the match, the match was pretty good for, you know, what I thought it was going to be. I was expecting a little, I don't know, I was expecting a little bit more at the end, just with how Jimmy was like looking at Roman, like at the end of the match. But
yeah,
I mean, it was pretty solid all around, you know, for the first Hell in a Cell match to be broadcast on network TV.
Yes,
in case you didn't be another challenger for Roman.
In case you didn't realize it was the first one on network television TV history, they made sure to let you know about 8,000 times. So yes, this was the first network television premiere.
That was a fun little drinking game that I was playing during SmackDown. Every time they mentioned it.
you were able to take a shot. But yes, thank you so much for joining us, Negro Buck. You've been one of our best supporters of Tru Heel Heat, so we gotta to give you, a huge thanks, whether it's, a super chat like you did earlier, supporting the channel, or whether it's on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel or on Facebook. You are one of our best supporters, so we always want to, thank you, good brother. So any final words for everyone watching us live here on Tru Heel Heat 130?
I just want to say thank you guys again for having me. This is, ever since I discovered this group on Facebook, I've just loved everything about it. The community, the roasts, the podcast, everyone's insight, people from all different walks of life who just love wrestling. And, that's a beautiful thing right there. And thank you guys for having me on. It's always a pleasure. And hopefully I'll see you guys again soon.
Absolutely, good brother. Thank you for joining us for this.
You the man, sir. You the man. You the man.
Take care, y'all.
Thank you, Negro Buck. Thank you for joining us. Yes, we have so much for you. You guys, you see the link on Facebook as well as YouTube. So definitely, we might do another couple of minutes, a couple of callers for you guys to jump on in a little bit later. But I did want to get thoughts from Krssi Love and Top Guy JJ, because I know these guys got to run themselves. But I did want to get Krssi Love's thoughts on NXT TakeOver in Your House, which was this past Sunday on the WWE Network and Peacock. What was your thoughts? Karrion Kross defeating Kyle O'Reilly, Adam Cole, Johnny Gargano, and Pete Dunne in the Fatal 5-Way to retain the NXT Championship. We also had Raquel Gonzalez beat Ember Moon to retain the NXT Women's Championship. LA Knight defeated Cameron Grimes in a ladder match to win the $1 Million Championship. Bronson Reed and MSK defeated Legado del Fantasma in a winner-takes-all 6-man tag. What was your match of the night, and what did you think of the show overall?
My match of the night, I have to give it to the main event. It went better than what I expected, because I wasn't really expecting much, but it was very, very good. I think it showcased everyone brilliant. It made everyone look strong, and then a whole bunch of misfalls. I thought it was really, really choreographed, put together very well. I was very disappointed that Cameron Grimes did not win, but I'm sure he will probably. His feud is not over yet, so there's still time. The women's match was really good as well. The Ember Moon and Gonzalez, that was really, really put well together. I thought they made Ember look strong. I knew she wasn't going to win, but she still gave her all and gave a good match for her to be defeated and showcase the champion really strong. I enjoyed actually In Your House. It was again better than I thought it was, because even the build-up wasn't that strong, but the show was better than expected. And I was not disappointed at all, because it was one of the weaker takeovers that we talked about last week. In Your House. But actually, I really enjoyed the takeover, and the main event was really, really spot on, great. And I can't wait to see Kross and why am I losing his name now? Oh my God.
It's fine. It's not Kevin. As long as it's not Kevin. As long as it's not Kevin. I probably do, but that would go into Adam. There you go, Adam Cole. Krssi Love, I know you have to run pretty soon, but please let the people know where they can find you on social media and anything else you are doing on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel.
I am the sensationalist Krssi Love. I'm here with my good brothers every week for our Tru Heel Heat main show. Guys, I love you. You can follow me on IG, Twitter, and on Facebook. You usually see me on like roundtables or other shows that we review. Usually when I am available in time to be with my good brothers. Now that it's summertime, I'll be on a little bit more, so you'll see me now. But other than that, you can follow me IG, Twitter, Krssi Love _ or just Krssi Love or Crystal Lynch.
Thank you, Krssi. We appreciate you joining us. We know we will see you next week on Tru Heel Heat 131. But thank you for joining us for today. Please follow Krssi on all your favorite social media platforms. And you, of course, will see Krssi Love next week on Tru Heel Heat and possibly on our China review this coming Monday as we go live and review that great documentary. So thank you, Krssi.
Did I tell you I love the shirt?
Oh, thank you. Yes, thank you. I'm happy you love it.
Absolutely love the shirt. You're awesome, boo. You're awesome.
Thank you, friend.
Always awesome. We will see you next time, Krssi. Love you.
Bye, guys. Love you. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Enjoy, guys. Bye-bye.
But before we tag in our replacement guest of the Tru Heel Heat panel, I see we have another caller. So while JJ is still with us, I want to bring in our last caller for this section of the call-in. The link is still in YouTube and Facebook, probably 30 past 10:30 a.m. We're gonna give another chance for the callers to join us. I'll drop the link on YouTube and Facebook once again. But we got one more caller joining us. But before Nick Jackson says in the live chat, love you, Krssi. Showing love to Krssi Love. Everyone show love to Krssi in the live chat. But we got another caller in with us, and it is someone that has been on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel before. He joined me, Romeo, on True Rewind. He has an awesome YouTube channel himself where he does a weekly podcast around the point. This guy is a heel in every sense of the word. That is why it is in his name. He is Heel Steven, joining us on the Tru Heel Heat live call-in. Thank you, good brother.
What up? Everybody, how y'all doing today?
We are doing well. Great to see you, man.
Saying good to be seen, bro. Good to be seen on this wonderful Saturday morning here. Holy crap.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Early for you in Jersey, sir?
What happened?
Is it early enough for you in Jersey?
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, man. You know how it is, man. I am literally in the process of moving. Like literally, like the last few days I am in this room, in this office, thinking about all the stuff that I've done here. If these walkers speak, bro, it's over. If you know what I'm saying. But, you know, it's part of life, man. Just enjoying the Saturday, enjoying this weekend, Father's Day weekend out there, you know. Happy early Father's Day to USP3.
Thank you, good brother. I appreciate that.
All the fathers out there. Listen, if she ever called you daddy at any point in time, it's your holiday too. Remember that, all right?
Beautiful. That is a beautiful sentiment. I love it, Heel Steven. What do you want to talk about? Do you have any questions? Anything in the wrestling world you want to talk about with us, bro?
I'm just here, showing you some love. You know how it is, man. You know how it is. It's been a crazy week in wrestling. Crazy ass week. Let's be real about it. Has anyone thought that Hell in a Cell is tomorrow?
It literally hit me when I'm doing the preview on Sportskeeda Wrestling, and the fact that there was only like 4 matches for me to preview. Now we have an actual card. We're gonna preview it at the end of the show.
Oh, they just dropped the entire card on SmackDown, where it's just like, it's official. Oh, it's official. Oh, it's now official.
This is a Hell in a Cell match. This is actually on the card. They started filling out the card. What match are you looking forward to on Hell in a Cell tomorrow, Heel Steven?
Oh man, I guess by default, the championship match. Well, I was looking forward to it. Well, then again, we saw it yesterday. Oh, we saw it last night. We saw it last night. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you're talking about that championship match.
I was looking forward to that, and then hey, you know what, pal? Well, again, Vince is old now, so he's like, you know what, pal? I'm gonna put it on Friday, pal.
That wasn't as strong as your Macho Man. Your Macho Man impersonation on True Rewind is the stuff of legend. So I don't know if you are prepared. Are you prepared to drop some of that on us?
Oh, I'm dealing with allergies right now, so I don't know if you can tell my voice. It's like I just hit puberty almost. You know what I mean? It's like, can I keep the voice? Like, holy shit, can I please keep the voice? But anyway, let me try.
we got Romeo. He said he joined us on True Rewind. He says, Heel Steven, what would Macho Man have said about his A&E documentary?
It's the best one. Yeah, it's the best one you all seen. Yeah, number one to the top. Yeah. Warrior had nothing on me. No, Bret Hart, forget about it. Huh? That Hulk Hogan. No, want to talk turkey with me? No, Elizabeth Elizabeth, yeah, Elizabeth, you better sit your ass down in that corner, yeah. Got 12 TV dinners for you. Better not leave anywhere, yeah. Something like that.
Top guy JJ, what would you give that on a scale of 1 to 10?
That is right up. That I need to just see a battle. I need to see a battle between Heel Steven and Mr. Glenn Ford on these impersonations. That stuff of epic proportions right there.
I would put Heel Steven on
the neighbor shout. You see him? You okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just imitating somebody. That's all. Imitating somebody.
They shout you out like what's going on? I hear another person in your room.
This is what it is. You know what it is, bro? They're like, yeah, finally this motherfucker's moving. Thank God. I'm not hear this shit anymore. I'm gonna hear them screaming and shouting no more. God damn it. Feel bad for the neighbors that are already moving to now. Feel bad.
We got Negro Buck saying, can we get a "you got lust in your eyes," Hogan?
Hulk Hogan, I see the lust in your eyes, Hulk. I see the lust in your eyes. Yeah, I see the lust in your eyes. I feel like the customers at my job. I see the lust you got for that can of tuna. Yeah, I see the lust in your eyes. Yeah.
Lovely. I love it every single time. That's why I love having Heel Steven on here. Good brother, please tell the people where they could find your YouTube channel, your social media. Let them know where they can find you, bro.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you can check me out on YouTube at Heel Steven, youtube.com/Heel Steven. That's HEELSTEVEN, all together in one. Twitter, the same thing, basically. Probably we'll be doing a live reaction tomorrow. I'm not sure. Again, it's Father's Day, so it might be an exception, but there might be another installment of Steve's Kitchen on Monday. If I'm moving out of here, I mean, might well go out with a bang, right?
Absolutely. I'm going to be watching live, so I hope all of you will watch him live. Heel Steven got great content. I've been over on his YouTube channel to preview Double or Nothing. Always a great time over there. So we thank you, sir, for joining us on this live call-in edition of Tru Heel Heat, good brother.
For sure, guys. Take it easy, y'all.
Good stuff, brother. Good stuff.
Easy, y'all.
See ya, brother. And yes, now we get to hot tag our third replacement, the replacement for Krssi Love, the replacement for Top Guy JJ when he has to leave us. He is from NX3. He is the co-host of Blunt Impact, the co-host of Joints and Jabronis, the co-host of Fusion of Honor, the Roundtable Rebel, and the three-time baby making champion. This is Ness. Thank you for joining us early on a Saturday, good brother.
Oh man, you know, as a 3-time baby making champion, it's never too early because the kids got you up super duper early, so I'm used to it.
Absolutely, and it's Happy Father's Day to you. Get 3 Happy Father's Day, because you're the 3-time baby making champion. But
so the Stinger's from Philly now?
No, it just matches the hoodie. I'm completely honest. It matches the hoodie. That's exactly why.
Yes, we got some love for Ness in the live chat. Nick Jackson saying, "Hey, it's my boy Ness. Pot Heels in the house." You guys have been awesome, so active in the live chat here. I've been loving it. We got Rambo even asking, I thought Tru Heel Heat were bringing Kevin. Yes, the mysterious Kevin. This is going to be like the mysterious member of the Tru Heel Heat panel. Like we got Carnage Payne saying Kevin LOL.
Kevin got a box down here somewhere. He got.
We got Honest Beyond Reasonable saying Kevin. I love how Kevin has like become a part of his own. Vince McMahon voice 97 Bad Blood. That's gotta be Kevin. That's gotta be Kevin. Yes.
Yeah. Kevin is gonna bring a lot of bells when he makes his appearance on here.
Absolutely, we need a subscriber or follower named Kevin now, so he can come on the next live call in. But yes, like I said, 30 past the hour, we're gonna probably bring a couple of more of you on that are brave enough to join us right here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel for the call in. But we brought in Ness, we got Top Guy JJ for a few more minutes, and we got to talk about one of the biggest news notes of the week, which was WWE NXT with the return of Samoa Joe. They did a 695,000 viewers on this week's NXT, and it was highlighted by the triumphant return of Samoa Joe to NXT, becoming the enforcer of GM William Regal following In Your House, where Regal said it was time for a change. He did an emotional speech where he sounded like he was going to retire, but Karrion Kross got in his face being defiant, telling him that he's lost control and he wanted to hear him say it and leave. And then Samoa Joe came out, convinced Regal to keep his job, and said that he would enforce respect for William Regal. Regal said that he gave him two clauses in this deal, that Samoa Joe can't be an active competitor and he can't attack anyone unless physically provoked. We had the stare down between Joe and Karrion Kross on this show. Joe separated a backstage pull apart brawl between Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly, choking out Adam Cole. He stared down with Pete Dunne on this show. What was your thoughts on Samoa Joe's return to NXT, Ness?
I thought it was great. They did it very well. It went to a lot of avenues. One, we got Karrion Kross back in an actual heel position. He was walking the lines of tweener, somewhat a little bit of a baby face. And like now that promo, you know, you guys, I give a lot of shit to Karrion Kross. You know, you guys hear it all the time. But
you do.
Yeah, but that promo right there, I was like, all right, I can get behind this. He has a focus now. This energy, I love it. I like the way he was going with that. And then, like, as soon as he was finished his part in the segment, Joe just immediately comes out, and then, like, you know, that was a super duper pop. Everybody was going crazy. You know, the majority of us knew it was going to happen. I think they just set it up very well. Him not being able to wrestle really doesn't, you know, bother me. Joe's had a very, very long, brutal career, so I think he's at the point where he should be able to be on television and just be on television. You know, he's there. He could be a prominent character and not have to worry about another injury or getting hurt or things of that nature. And him being the enforcer for William Regal, who, I've been saying on NX3, has been letting the inmates run the asylum lately. Now there's a warden that's not going to happen with. So I think everything is going to work out perfectly fine with the way they're going with this now.
So you and Top Guy JJ on the In Your House roundtable review, definitely go out of your way to watch that. That's the best breakdown of the TakeOver In Your House pay-per-view. You guys did tremendous on that review, but you guys were very hard on William Regal. Y'all gave him the LVP,
rightfully so,
the promoting of the night. So what was your thoughts on Regal's speech and then the introduction of Joe back to NXT, Top Guy JJ?
Kind of like happy and disappointed at the same time, because it's kind of like when it felt good seeing Samoa Joe. It's always good to see Samoa Joe as a presence, but it's kind of sad because now you're kind of starting to see that time of his in-ring work is winding down very quickly. Like you can see that his in-ring, like his career is kind of on that tail end where you're not gonna get that. We want to see this Joe match. We want to see this Joe match. We probably ain't gonna get him, because Joe is probably in a place where, like, I think Ness just said it, but he probably just don't want to put his body through any more of these injuries, because the older we get, the longer these shits take to heal. Yeah. Like, these shits take a little bit longer to heal. So it's kind of like, that's why I wouldn't say it was bad, because it was good execution, but it was just sad because I was like, damn, I think these Samoa Joe days are over. I think these Killer Joe days are over. But to still see him as a presence was kind of cool. Like, it's kind of cool that he could still get physical. He could still do things. And it's kind of, he'll be able to take a bump here and there, but to work a 15-minute match, those days are probably coming. Those days are probably damn near over.
Yeah, it seems like it was, but the whole night, the most things that got people talking was the teases of matches for Joe. The Karrion Kross match, the Adam Cole match, the Pete Dunne match, him interacting with Johnny Gargano, and the way it seemed like it was all built around Joe, and he brought energy to NXT for the first time in what felt like weeks. But that wasn't the only highlight of the show. We also had Timothy Thatcher and Tommaso Ciampa lay waste to Grizzled Young Veterans in a very fun tornado tag main event. We also had Cameron Grimes with looking like the top babyface that I knew he could be, as LA Knight had his greatest moment on NXT so far, laying out Ted DiBiase after being rewarded the $1 million title, and then Cameron Grimes ran wild on LA Knight to make the save for Ted DiBiase. What was your guys' thoughts? What stood out more between the tag team match or this segment with DiBiase, Knight, and Cameron Grimes? And that's
the stakes. I'll say the Cameron Grimes and LA Knight segment, just because it's going to go longer. There's more to progress off of that. The actual match between Grizzled Young Vets and Tommaso Ciampa and Timothy Thatcher was very, very good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Definitely was the match of the night on the card, but that's just the match, and like now it's going to go forward to whatever these guys are going to do. The storyline brewing around the $1 million championship. That's, there's just no stop to where they're going with this. Again, myself included, everybody wanted Cameron Grimes to get it. He didn't, but now there's that babyface climb back to the top to get it, and then that's always great for character development.
I will say, I feel like that LA Knight's going to get more out of this, and he already did that with this segment with laying out DiBiase. He's got more heel heat, so I am okay with the decision now. I wasn't okay with it on Sunday, but after this segment and the way he looked in this match, I think I'm okay with it, and I think it's now acceptable. Top Guy JJ, I know you have to run. You are a busy man, sir. Can you please let everyone watching us live here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, let them know where they can find you on social media, as well as the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel?
Well, on Instagram, you can find me at TrueHill_Top Guy JJ, Facebook, first and last name, and on the YouTube channel every single week with SP and Miss Krssi Love, and on a few roundtables. My one and only appearance on Rated Raw Superstars ever, the one and only appearance, because I will never watch a 3-hour Monday Night Raw ever again.
Jesus Christ.
At least for the foreseeable future. But yeah, it's great stuff, and might hop back on depending on traffic and everything, but I got to get going.
No worries. We appreciate all your time, sir, your great analysis. And of course, we will see you next time. And you've been becoming a roundtable rebel. I have to hand it to you. You've been doing a great job on the roundtable. So hopefully we'll see you tomorrow when we go live after Hell in a Cell for the Hell in a Cell 2021 roundtable.
Yeah, it all depends on how bad this pay-per-view is. If it's good, it's not that great. I mean, it's got to be horseshit.
That is fair. Top Guy JJ, thank you as always, sir. So we will pop one JJ out of here. And since he bring up Rated Raw Superstars, let's bring in another JJ, as the drunk guy has joined us. Drunk guy JJ. I saw him pop up in the backstage area, an unannounced run-in. I had to get him in here. What's going on, drunk guy?
Popping up like a pimple on prom night. It's good to see you guys. I'm super spontaneous right now. I'm like, oh hey, I'm sitting at my office doing nothing. Hopefully my boss doesn't see this, but why not just pop up on the screen? What's up, my guys?
What's going on, brother? What's going on? Since you're here, I might as well bring up Monday Night Raw. Your home away from home here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, and I gotta give it to Raw. We had one of the best Raw TV matches of the year, in my opinion, this past week, as it was RK Bro defeating the New Day in like a over 20-minute matchup with RK Bro getting the victory. He's happy because the RK part of the Bro. You had Drew McIntyre finally hit the Claymore on Bobby Lashley to pin the WWE champion in a 6-man tag main event, as it was McIntyre and Viking Raiders versus Lashley, AJ Styles, and Omos. I know a lot on Rated Raw Superstars. You say what you didn't like, but what did you like on this episode of Monday Night Raw this week, drunk guy?
That's exactly what you said. The RK Bro New Day match. That shit was very, very, very good. It's so crazy. When after I do these reviews, I try to block out Raw, so it's a little rough trying to remember things. Honestly, I really can't think of anything else I liked outside of that match.
That is fair. I didn't
I'll take that back.
Yeah.
Ripley and Asuka.
Yeah.
That's probably the best match they've had so far. AJ and Drew was setting up to be good, but of course, Raw's going to be Raw. May get a fucking shitty 6-man tag. So there you go.
Overbooked Mania.
I knew it was too good to be true because that match started too early. It's like 10:15, 10:20. I'm like, they're not going 45 minutes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that was a safe bet. So do you think that we're gonna get RK Bro to win the Raw Tag Team titles?
Oh yeah, SummerSlam.
SummerSlam?
Yeah.
You're gonna be there in Vegas, right?
If God willing. God willing. But as of now, yes, I am. Of course, I'll be there in Vegas doing a lot of things I shouldn't be doing. SummerSlam.
And your co-host of Rated Raw Superstars bringing up another good point that's been on Raw.
Oh yeah, sorry, I couldn't forget the MVP Kofi shit. Yes.
The MVP storyline just need about 4 to 5 more storylines like that on Raw. He says, Ness, what you been like? Have you been liking the whole Kofi and MVP interplay over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, it's something. Well, from what I've seen when I was just on Rated Raw Superstars this past week, so I actually had to watch Raw. From what I've seen, I liked where it was going. Nah, it's all right. You know, I'll take one for the team or a couple since it's a 3-hour shit. Yeah, well, let me finish my statement first. Then I'll throw the pause out. But from what was going on, I like where it was going because you don't really know what's going to happen. You can have your assumptions and speculations. Speaking of which, my speculation is since he's degrading Xavier Woods so much, I think that's going to be the catalyst, and he's going to be the one that like snaps out because Kofi's just like, no, I'm where I'm at because of my brothers and what I'm doing because of the fans and everybody that's showing me love. But I mean, he's showing that love to Xavier, but Xavier's like, it's getting to his head that MVP is just saying all this shit about him, and it's just like, am I really not that killer? I had that killer instinct. Am I really not that much of a threat? Yeah.
Black Marty Jannetty.
Oh my God.
Negro Jannetty. There you go.
Negro Jannetty. Oh my God.
We gotta get that trademark. Yeah, that has to be trademarked. But yeah, I just want to see how it pans out at the end of the day.
Well, we got a couple of comments here talking about a few stuff that we've already talked about. We got John Elite saying, wasn't that surprised Joe returned? It was cool. He returned. He says Joe also choked out Adam Cole, like I brought up. We also got Romeo talking about the $1 million bump that Ted DiBiase took at 67 years old, taking a bump like that. It's been a few years since he took a serious bump like that. And we also got Nick Jackson saying, seriously, that Pete Dunne stare down had me jumping out of my seat. What did you think, drunk guy, of Samoa Joe's return to NXT?
As you know, I don't watch NXT, but
it just make you want to watch.
I definitely exactly. I saw the highlights. I watched the video clips on YouTube. Joe, man, I miss seeing this type of Joe a long time. He's succumbed to a fucking announce table. Now he's just out there, y'all gotta chill the fuck out. I'm fucking all y'all. Like that's basically the type of time you on right now. Like y'all better chill the fuck out. Y'all all getting beat the fuck up. Like I'm loving this. Hopefully, I don't know how this is going to translate to him coming back in the ring, but I can imagine that these wrestlers are not going to just let him beat their ass every week for them not to do anything back. I just don't see that happening. So who knows? Hopefully it does. Joe's clearly not getting any younger, so I don't see him being around for that much longer. So hopefully he gets a one last good run. So because clearly the main roster didn't work out. So now he's back in NXT. So Joe's a fucking man, yo. Like I hope something pays off for him in this new role that's going on at NXT. But it's definitely very enjoyable.
Absolutely. I totally agree with what you all had to say. We also got Father's Day wishes because there's 3 fathers on the screen. So we got Jason Michael Campbell saying Happy Father's Day, guys. We also got John Elite saying Advanced Father's Day to every father out there. So much love in the live chat. Also Romeo bringing it up again. Happy Juneteenth. Yes, happy Juneteenth. Understand what that means. And then we got Ness, what you've been used to. I think this is a drunk guy's first experience with this. Mark Lloyd being a perv for Bret Hart's ex-wife. Has Tru Heel Heat ever planned to do Julie Hart interview at all? Could be a good bit of info. I don't know if you've seen the A&E biography Bret Hart review, drunk guy JJ, but Mark Lloyd has a little thing for Julie Hart, the ex-wife of Bret Hart. heart.
It's like a crack whore. What does he not see? What does he not? I didn't mean to say that. I don't. God forbid we do get an interview and I just fucked that up. But anyway, I did watch some of the review. She aged like spoiled milk. Yeah, I'm happy to see that they're on good terms, Tim and Brett. You know, Brett, you know, he upgraded massively.
This is true. I will say his new wife is he went a little bit younger, quite a bit younger. Mark Lloyd going too far. He says, "Is she on OnlyFans then?"
Holy shit! Nobody wants to pay for that. Nobody wants to pay for that.
Like, I'm confused. You want to watch us shoot up dope? Like, what is going on? Oh my god! That's probably only going to get on your own.
Oh my god!
Missing all them teeth. Shit.
Jesus Christ. Before we get kicked off of YouTube or you get fired from your job, Drunk Guy JJ, please let the people know where they can find you on social media, the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel. We thank you for joining us while you're not busy at work.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. If I don't get fired, you know, I'll have more time to, you know, do Tru Heel Heat content. So there you go. There's a silver lining everywhere. But on Instagram, Hacksaw_J Duggan. Twitter, Drunken Master JJ. Facebook, my name is my name. If you know me, you know my name. But if you don't, I'm not going to tell you. And you can follow the gang everywhere. YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pornhub, Skonex, MySpace. We still use MySpace. Black Planet, you know, for our black people. You know, we are every fucking where. We are everywhere. This is what we do. Clearly, this is what we do. We live early in the morning. We got kids. That's what we do. We provide this good content every week, man. You already know how it is. Fucking gang everywhere. You already know how you do it.
And speaking of good content, I think this is a better time than any to make an announcement, a huge announcement for every fan of Tru Heel Heat. One of our most popular series will be coming back. Yes, myself, Romeo, and Drunk Guy JJ are going back in the DeLorean. Absolutely. We are bringing back season 2 of True Rewind. We are kicking things off with the Raw and Nitro following WrestleMania 12. It will be back right here on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel in July. So stay tuned for that. True Rewind. Are you ready to get back into DeLorean, Drunk Guy?
All I'm about to say is it's about to be a hot boy summer. That's all I gotta say. It's gonna be a hot boy summer. We bringing the heat. We bringing the heat, all right. Sure, he bringing the heat all summer.
And Miss Krssi Love said, "Did he just say Pornhub?" Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
We be clapping cheeks on Tru Heel Heat.
Oh my god.
Clapping cheeks on Tru Heel Heat. There we go. All day.
This is what you get from Drunk Guy. We got Nick Jackson saying, "Yeah, True Rewind, baby," and of course Romeo backing you up, saying, "This is the kind of raw opinion you get on Rated Raw Superstars." Always. Thank you, Drunk Guy, for joining us,
guys.
We will see you on Rated Raw Superstars this coming week, and thank you for joining us. 1:30, brother. Get back to work.
There, bro.
Oh man, that was lovely. That was a lovely hot tag in, but it's now me and Ness, and we got 2 more things to talk about with what we missed, Ness, and it's right up your alley. You're the co-host of Blunt Impact, so we gotta touch on Impact Against All Odds with Kenny Omega defeating Moose to retain the Impact World Championship thanks to help from the Young Bucks. After the match, Sami Callihan attacked the Elite, which led to Don Callis firing Sami Callihan. And then that kind of segues very nicely into Impact Wrestling this past week, which the story thread for the show was that Anthem management was sending a rep to make a decision about what Don Callis did, and this led to Tommy Dreamer being sent by Anthem to fire Don Callis as EVP, art imitating life, as it says, and they reinstated Sami Callihan to make Omega and Callihan the official Slammiversary main event. What was your thoughts on Against All Odds and that main event, first of all?
Against All Odds was a great show, up and down. I really didn't have any complaints over it. Even in the main event, like, it was main event status, and I had a feeling that since they were going to be in Daly's place, and then the Good Brothers couldn't interfere, there was another greatest of all time tag team in the Young Bucks that could have came out, interfered, kept Moose strong though, because at the end of the day, that was what I was mostly concerned about. I had no doubt that Kenny was going to win. Moose just didn't need to take a clean loss. And now, like, they still have a storyline. They can go with that. Again, he's still looking strong. So everything was right with that. As far as Don Callis, it's funny because me and Chris G had this conversation when we were just doing the last episode of Blunt Impact, where this is a storyline that's really been going on for months. And it literally started with Tommy telling Scott D'Amore that, look, this whole Don Callis and Kenny Omega partnership, I don't see anything good coming out of it. I've been in a situation before. It's bad, and it's funny because him and Don had that history from ECW where Don was, Cyrus and then the Jackal and everything that he does now. It was like just as bad back then. So, and again, it's been going on over the months and been brewing and brewing. And then now get to this point where Don is flexing and abusing his power, firing talent, at the expense of the rest of the roster, because Sami Callihan's so crazy. No, he does it at the expense of Kenny Omega because, that's his golden ticket and he doesn't want anything to happen to him, which is smart, at the end of the day. But, you can't do that in a position of power like that. So Tommy Dreamer, a guy being for the wrestlers, for the locker room, versus Don Callis being for himself and just flat out disrespecting the talent, calling them insects, calling them pawns. We just use them to make going crazy. Yeah. He was I love it. At the same time, I'm like, damn, man, this guy's an asshole. I'm like, how is the locker room not coming out there, showing their disdain for all the disrespectful things he's saying to them? But again, the heart of the locker room, the heart of wrestling, and Tommy Dreamer being that advocate for the locker room and the wrestlers, coming out saying, I went to Anthem. And, they let me come here and give this information. And it was funny because he was kind of teasing that he was going to get rid of Scott, or that was the way that Don was making it. But then, at the end of the day, Don gets fired. He starts flipping out. And it just worked out perfectly because, the off-screen thing is that Don's going to be full-time with Kenny and the Elite. And, trying to juggle both is going to be an issue. And it's going to be a lot on him. So, but I'm just ready to see him as a full-time on-screen character managing Kenny and the Elite, because I think that's going to get them even more heel heat. The heat that's going to go levels that is going to be even more crazier than it already is. And I'm just ready to see him interact with more AEW talent. And there's no he can't stop being an Impact, Kenny's still the champ there, and he's still managing Kenny too. So it just works out even more in this situation.
I agree with you. I had to put down the banner because I wanted to show our thumbnail for this episode. And if you see the bottom left-hand corner, that is Don Callis reacting to being fired on Impact Wrestling this week. He looks like he was constipated. So yes, great stuff all around on Impact Wrestling with Don Callis being fired. I totally agree with you. The Omega and Moose match on Against All Odds was great. I gave it like 4.25 stars. I thought they worked really well together. I watched it with my girl who does not like Kenny Omega. She's like, what's so great about him? She said that Moose did all the work. I don't know if that's just her being a Kenny Omega hater or if she really liked Moose, but hey, Moose, you got credit from my girl. So you should take it. You should take it while it lasts. But we will have more news on Moose as we go through our news rundown next. But we got a couple of comments in the live chat here. We got Powered 4 TV's John Scott saying this live chat is wild again. From Just Joe Gimmick to Julie Hart again. We got some love for Drunk Guy JJ Carnage Payne saying we need this guy on Powered 4. LOL. well, drunk guy. He said, "Guy's nuts." Yes, he is.
Yeah.
To say the least, Carnage Pain, I would say that. We also got True Draw Josh saying Happy Father's Day, Sid and Ness. He did say that when Drunk Guy was on the screen, so I'm sure that was a little dig at Drunk Guy by by Josh here. We also got Carnage Pain saying Mark's gonna ask if he does a Julie Hart impersonation.
Oh my God. Leave that poor woman alone, please.
We also got Powered for saying shout out to who said I have a good Brett impersonation. Been a while now, but I did a national radio comp and came second in 2015. And then Romeo saying put the link for John to join in so we can hear his Bret Hart impersonation. I am putting it right now in on Facebook and on YouTube. The link once again for you guys to join us for our live call in. We probably will take maybe 1 or 2 more calls before we close things out. Maybe we'll get your predictions on this Sunday's Hell in a Cell when we get to that right after our news rundown. I'm just putting it in on YouTube right now. But yes, we got to get through a bunch of news this week. First up, we got WWE news. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, there's no clear answer as to why the Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio Hell in a Cell match was moved to last night's SmackDown, except that there was a bunch of discussions this week that ultimately ended with the decision to move the match to SmackDown. At this time, there are no plans for Reigns to wrestle at the pay-per-view. The USA Network were very unhappy about last night's Friday Night SmackDown on Fox Hell in a Cell match. According to Andrew Zarian from the Matman podcast, Zarian explained, I can tell you for a fact that the USA Network is very unhappy that the Hell in a Cell match is happening on SmackDown. I'm not going to say they are fuming, but they are very unhappy about it. What did you think about the decision to put that match up on SmackDown instead of the Hell in a Cell pay-per-view, Ness?
I don't like it at all. I'm going to check it out, but that was the match that I was expecting to see at the pay-per-view. From what I'm hearing of the match, it was like just okay. I think it could have been.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. But far as a pay-per-view, they probably would have did a little bit more and would have had the. I was expecting that was one of the matches I was expecting to be on the pay-per-view. Now I can still watch it, but still it's just going to be that it was on just television. And I get why they do it. It's the NBA playoffs. They want the views, and at the end of the day, it's business. That makes sense. But as a wrestling mark and Roman Reigns fan, Rey Mysterio fan, and it was surrounding the Universal Championship, that was the match I was looking forward to most this Sunday at Hell in a Cell. So I'm kind of now, what am I going to look for? I'm sure there's definitely other great matches on the card or potential great matches, but that was the main one for me. So now it's all right, guys, what else can you wow me with?
We got Romeo saying that's perfect. Talking about Powered 4. John Scott saying he's out on the train, so he's not able to do his Bret impersonation. Romeo said that's perfect. Do Bret Hart complaining about the train service. I love it. And then we got Ramblin' Rambo saying all WWE is doing again is re-educating fans not to see a pay-per-view event as important. And then we got Jason Michael answering Rambo saying network and Nelson ratings are not the same. WWE is number 1 with the network. So yeah, kind of conflicting answers there to the reason why, but it was a very interesting choice. They're trying to compete with the NBA playoffs, so it is understandable in that rate. And then Powered 4 saying 3 out of 10 for the train service in the UK. So hey, they're better than Goldberg. Matt. We talked about that. But yes, we got more news to talk about. WrestleVote reports that WWE is currently considering holding more themed live events once they start touring again. Some of the possible concepts for late 2021, early 2022 include Old School Raw, King of the Ring, viewers' choice like the Cyber Sunday or Taboo Tuesday pay-per-views, Adam Pearce previously suggested that the King of the Ring tournament on Twitter this week could make a return, with Baron Corbin defending his crown last night on SmackDown with Nakamura defeating him. It was the first time since 1989 that the King of the Ring crown was exchanged not in the tournament. The last time was when Macho Man Randy Savage defeated Hacksaw Jim Duggan to win the crown and become the Macho King. So we've gone almost 30 plus years before a match like that. What do you think that Nakamura is going to do something with the crown, or are you looking forward to another King of the Ring tournament?
I would love for them to do something with the crown, because at the end of the day, the people that don't know Nakamura prior to WWE, unlike me and you, he was the king of strong style.
Yes.
So I would love for them to try to run with that. I don't have much faith in that happening, but if they do bring back the King of the Ring tournament, which I would like for them to do, that was one of my favorite things. Have Nakamura be the either be in it or be the guy that they have to face at the end of it. You know, he's either defending the crown, or once the tournament is all over, that's the the last level boss that you have to face to before you become the new King of the Ring. So either way, one of those are great ideas, but it's just, do we have the faith in WWE to execute this? But,
I think that's always the question with us.
Yeah.
Do we have faith in WWE to actually do something creative with it and not just have another guy wear the crown and have the king gimmick? I feel like we've seen it so many times. Like we saw King Barrett, which sucked. We saw King Sheamus, which sucked. We saw King Corbin, which sucked. The last person who did the king gimmick properly was King Booker, and other than that, Bret Hart was a good babyface winner of the tournament. Edge was a good babyface winner of the tournament. It's been few and far between of people that actually capitalize on winning the King of the Ring. Romeo saying, laughed my ass off at the King of the Ring. Bruh, I just saw an entire King of the Ring tournament on SmackDown between two guys. Yes, they did a best of 5 series to determine who would have the crown, basically. Who would you like to see win the King of the Ring tournament if they were to bring it back?
I'm gonna say Big E, whatever. If he is in it, I think that would be great for his character, and especially separating himself from the New Day, because they still have to. They have still yet to actually officially do that. I know he got new music and things of that nature, but he still kind of feels like Big E, New Day Big E. Also, I would love for this. My man, Seth Rollins, King Rollins, I think that he could go on a roll. King Drip Rollins, or the Drip King. Oh my God.
You just booked it.
Yeah, oh my God.
Why aren't you watching Tru Heel Heat? We got you. We got you on the creative process. We're here to help. Speaking of, some of that stuff that we just talked about, Fightful Select reports that Fox and USA and NBC have made a big push in order for WWE to have more theme events. There are more other pitches being made for NBC Sports integrated shows, including tie-ins with NASCAR that would revolve around a major race that integrates race cars and star drivers. Another pitch included an NFL night for the launch of Sunday Night Football with football themed matches and angles. See, if you watch True Rewind, we talked about it in 1996. The Raw Bowl is coming back. It's coming back, ladies and gentlemen, as well as NFL players and commentators being involved. There was also a Wrestling World Cup idea pitch, which would include all the brands. And NBC also pitched the idea of a points month where wins, signature moves, and other things would award points to wrestlers. Kind of sounds like the G1 Climax or the Bound for Glory series. But what do you, out of those pitches, which one interests you the most, Ness?
That World Cup type of idea with all the brands, I like that, because they got so many people on the roster and under different brands, and they would have to go out of their way to utilize people. There's so much talent that they have signed to the company, and that we just usually see the same people over and over. Now they will have no choice but to use these people, because you have your main storylines, And then you could have this to be a storyline as well. And like the people that aren't getting so much shine and aren't being utilized like that, just put them in this, give them some shine, like give them the time of day, some TV time, some screen time.
Absolutely. We got Carnage Payne saying King Brock for the second for King of the Ring. We also got a good shout of Xavier Woods, who's been pushing to be the King of the Ring winner, saying that's a good shout. So a couple of good ideas here. Carnage Payne even saying Bob Holly could return. NASCAR, baby. Spark plug. The spark plug returning. Yes, we've seen it. Check out True Rewind. We talk about Sparky Plug all the way. More WWE news. The man's return could be coming soon. Krssi Love's going to be excited about this, as Becky Lynch was reportedly at the WWE Performance Center this week. PW Insider has confirmed that Lynch was at the PC this week, which was described as part of the process for her to return to the ring. Fightful Select reports that Lynch looked jacked and like she never left, according to people at the PC. Lynch watched some of the live matches going on at the PC and was in the ring training on Thursday. Lynch was also reportedly backstage at SmackDown on Friday, but was obviously not used on the show. One person very quickly who you would like to see versus Becky Lynch for her return, Ness.
Bianca Belair.
I like it. Never been done before. More news. Edge will likely have a match at this year's WWE SummerSlam, his first pay-per-view match since WrestleMania. John Alba that we've had here on Tru Heel Heat before reported on Twitter that Edge will be working as a babyface on the SmackDown side. He had previously been working SmackDown leading up to WrestleMania, although at that time he was more on a heelish role going into WrestleMania. Romeo in the live chat saying, I can't imagine the amount of groaning Vince McMahon is doing at these World Cup tournament ideas. Yeah, if it's any indication, the last time they did anything regarding a World Cup was the Best in the World Cup, and we all remember who won that: Shane McMahon. That paid off very nicely.
Yeah, that's what he thinks about tournaments and World Cups. So yeah.
Negro Buck saying they gotta hold that return until SummerSlam, in my opinion. I agree, and I think she should be on the Raw side in my eyes. I think either Rhea Ripley or Charlotte would be the perfect opponent for Becky at SummerSlam. Jason Michael Campbell saying, yeah, I remember when WCW had its own race car. Yes, I remember that as well. True Rewind. Another shout out. See, we're getting a lot of True Rewind plugs on return next month. Uncle Dave Meltzer reported that NXT champion Karrion Kross with Scarlett and NXT North American champion Bronson Reed were backstage at SmackDown this week to have a dark match for WWE officials. How that makes sense, I don't know, because you're in an empty arena and you have a whole bunch of footage on Bronson Reed and Karrion Kross from, NXT. Just saying that. Romeo says Becky wins the briefcase she gave away at Money in the Bank. That's a good idea. Becky cashes in at SummerSlam versus Charlotte. You like that idea, Ness?
Yeah, I know we've seen these ladies numerous times, but I think they can definitely a returning Becky Lynch. She's not. Everybody's going to be behind her. People already hate Charlotte now, so it's already booked. It's booked.
It's already set in stone. As noted last week on Tru Heel Heat, Andrew Zarian of the Madman podcast reported that WWE was hoping to run at Barclays Center and make Survivor Series this year a major show, with hopes that The Rock will appear at the event. PW Insider has confirmed via sources at Barclays that the venue and WWE are trying to lock in a date for Survivor Series right now. The site does not confirm plans for The Rock to appear, but it did note that the month would be the 25th anniversary of the Great One's debut, which was at Survivor Series 1996 in Madison Square Garden. I was there. The site also confirmed that with sources that Madison Square Garden that they have several holds by WWE for potential dates over the next year, but nothing is locked in. WWE has run events at MSG for years, of course, including yearly December 26 events. So it seems like that is one of the dates that they have locked in. Tickets for WWE SummerSlam this year on August 21st at Alliance Stadium in Las Vegas went on sale this week and are available via Ticketmaster. PW Insider reports that this year it's being considered all hands on deck event, and it will be pushed at the same level as this year's SummerSlam in Tampa. The Wrestling Observer newsletter adds that there are just over 3,000 seats left for the event after the pre-sale began on June 14th, and the building is currently set up for 41,000 people, which likely means about 35,000 paid. At this time, many sections that would help WWE hit that total are not on sale as of yet. And on talking about ticket sales, and that's the Wrestling Observer newsletter has updated numbers of ticket sales for upcoming WWE events. Once the company resumes live touring in July, WWE considers sales an overall success as 20 of the 26 shows are on sale after 12 hours of being on sale were above what they were the last time in a given market for a similar show. And it was also noted that some cities, particularly in Florida, were down. Money in the Bank in Fort Worth on July 18th is currently open to 9,919 people, and there are only 383 tickets left, meaning the event will sell out, and it has a $61 get-in price on the secondary market. Are you looking forward to this year's Money in the Bank with the fact that it will be the first pay-per-view with fans in attendance, Ness?
Yeah, because the fans and the crowd audience, they bring that energy. I just hope, because the fact that they weren't there, they come back and start acting like fools. I hope not. So if anybody's watching this and you're going to these shows, just go there, enjoy the fact that we're back and be able to be at live shows again. Don't try to hijack. Don't try to put yourselves over. Don't disrespect the talent, things of that nature. That all these type of things that were going on previously before the pandemic, don't come back and make this worse for us, guys. Like, let's just love the fact that we can go back to shows and appreciate the fact that we can still see our favorites live.
No CM Punk chance, please.
Exactly.
I've heard enough.
It's over.
We got Mark Lloyd saying, I think Brutus Beefcake shows up at Hell in a Cell to help Bailey cutting Bianca's hair. Rumors saying anyway. What rumors are you hearing from that? I've never heard that rumor. What the hell?
Got that from Brad Shepard.
No, he got that from Julie Hart's OnlyFans or something. I don't know. Like, what? Jason Michael Campbell saying, good. I'm glad Becky isn't pregnant again. I heard that she was. Where do you guys get your rumors from? Like, you guys are saying, I heard it. I got rumors. Please give the source. Like, you notice with our news reports, we always say where we got the news from. I need you guys to let us know where you get these rumors from, because I've never heard Brutus Beefcake coming back at SummerSlam. I mean, at Hell in a Cell, or Becky Lynch being pregnant again. We got Romeo saying Jason Riker versus Elias deserves a hijack. Yeah, I would say that. What type of chance would you give to Jason Riker?
I just had to watch Raw this past Monday, and when he was coming out, I turned the channel. So
that's fair.
Yeah, I go to the bathroom.
Turn the channel.
Yeah.
Clap. Fightful Select reported earlier this week that one of the new names pitched for Piper Niven, speaking of Raw, who recently debuted on Raw this week, was Doudrop. Wrestling Inc. reports that on June 16th, WWE filed to trademark the name, which seemingly confirms that one of the characters will use it, if not Nevin herself. The Wrestling Observer newsletter reports that most of the talent in WWE and NXT have now been vaccinated for COVID-19, which is definitely a good thing. Going back to that last news note, what did you think about Piper Niven's debut and the fact that they acted like they'd never seen her before, Ness?
I hated that. I mean, I loved her debut. I love what she did in the ring. Pretty much squashed Naomi. Two-time SmackDown Women's Champion. Piper Niven herself is a great in-ring competitor, a great talent overall. It's just the fact that I don't like the fact that they have the NXT and NXT UK. You spend so much time building these people up on these shows just for them to get to Raw or SmackDown. It's just like, oh, well, who is this? Oh, I wonder who this is, Yeah, like, and it's just like, who it is. Like, you guys work together. You're in the same company. So it's just, and then Doudrop. No, let her be Piper Niven. Come on, man. I don't know why they go out of their way to make things harder for themselves. Like,
they always do.
Yeah, but the fact that she's with Eva Marie, that's gonna get her heat. which is good because that's like literally the only thing they worry about with Eva Marie is attention and feedback. You know, they just want a response of anything that she does. So, and then like having Piper Niven be able to actually wrestle, being actually to be able to go out there and compete with other talent is great too. Because if they had two Eva Maries in this situation, yeah, people would have just shit all over the situation, which they tried to do, but they were giving Piper Niven her just due, which she definitely deserved.
Absolutely. Adam Pearson, a star in our live chat right now, saying, I'm excited to be getting an actual Money in the Bank match rather than the cinematic one we got last year. And also totally agree with you about the fans. Just because you can act like a knob doesn't mean you should. Absolutely, 100%. According to PW Insider, sources in the company, WWE, have indicated that the expectation is that they will return to Saudi Arabia this fall, though a date has not been locked in yet. The belief is that they will run one event there before the year is up. WWE's last Saudi show was WWE Super Showdown in February of 2020. MLW, going back to more of your neck of the woods, Ness, MLW alumni Selena De La Renta was reportedly at the WWE Performance Center on Monday this week. Fightful Select reports that De La Renta was training at the PC, though it's not clear if that meant in-ring training, working out, or promo class. She finished up with MLW in May and was essentially killed off in the season finale. She closed her merchandise store at the end of the summer, and WWE was reportedly been interested in her. What do you think about Selena signing with WWE, Ness?
I'm very happy for her. I think that she can excel. She's a great heel manager. We don't know if she's going to compete or just be in a manager role, but if she does continue to have that same character, whoever she's with, they're going to just skyrocket. Like their stock is going to go way, way up. I don't really want to do the comparison, but for some people that aren't really familiar with her, think of an extra bitchy version of Zelina Vega, which Zelina Vega is great in her role, but I think that Selena De La Renta has like a little bit more edge to her.
I agree.
That's going to be a great role. Again, whoever they have her with, she's going to do wonders for them.
AEW should have went out their way to get her and align her with Andrade. I think that would have been a perfect matchup of a great manager with Andrade right there. During this week's edition of WWE's The Bump, Kofi Kingston announced that he and his wife are expecting their third child. Congratulations to Kofi Kingston and his family. Happy Father's Day to Kofi. And then we got to move to AEW news. Similar to that, we got to give a huge congratulations to Jon Moxley and Renee Paquette on the birth of their first baby girl, Nora, and also a big congratulations to Cody and Brandy Rose on the birth of their first child, daughter Liberty. They're all joining the baby making club with our baby making champion Ness here.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, we're just gonna make a faction of baby makers.
The baby making faction. Tony Khan made the reveal on WFAN Sports Radio this week that AEW will be holding the first ever pro wrestling event at Arthur Ashe Stadium right here in New York City in Queens on September 22nd. The event will be an episode of Dynamite titled AEW Dynamite Grand Slam that airs live on TNT, and tickets will go on sale on July 16th at 10 a.m. Tony Khan has revealed that before AEW makes their New York debut in September, they will have their show that was rescheduled at the Prudential Center in Newark, New Jersey on September 15th. Everybody, fingers crossed. I sent in my first ever media credentials application to go to this event on September 22nd with Sportskeeda Wrestling. So hopefully I get my media badge and I get to go to a live event as a media for the first time, not as a fan, as media. If y'all want to continue my Hollywood SP3 gimmick, I will continue it by being an official media at AEW Dynamite Grand Slam. A new article came out this week that's by Forbes that shed some light on the financial details of All Elite Wrestling and the amount of money the company earns from its broadcasting partnership. AEW started with a significant investment from Tony Khan's father, Jacksonville Jaguars owner Shahid Khan, reportedly said to be worth $100 million. The report also noted that AEW is currently still operating in the red due to significant investment made for the company's game development. In addition, after the launch of AEW Dynamite on TNT, we already noted on a couple of Tru Heel Heats ago, AEW signed a new deal with Warner Media to renew Dynamite through 2024. According to Forbes, that renewal deal was worth $175 million. Last month, AEW announced its new Warner Media program, a Rampage, which will debut on TNT in August. Meanwhile, both Dynamite and Rampage will move to TBS starting in January of 2022. As part of its broadcasting deal with Warner Media, AEW was paid $43.275 million in its programming on TNT last year. This reportedly comprised the biggest portion of AEW's revenue. Forbes noted that AEW, of course, is still in the red, like we said before, because it made an 8-figure investment into the company's video game development with the developer HIAC. We saw some footage of that with Darby Allin this week on AEW Games, which looked pretty good in my opinion. And per Forbes, Tony Khan expects AEW's wrestling division to be profitable later this year. With live touring returning for AEW in July, ticket sales for the company are growing. Pay-per-view numbers for AEW are also doing well. May's Double or Nothing 2021 event drew an estimated 115,000 pay-per-view buys, and AEW Revolution earlier this year is estimated to have drawn between 125 and 135,000 pay-per-view buys. What's your thoughts on the financial situation going on with AEW?
I think just because they're about to start touring again, like that money's going to come rolling in. But another thing that it might sound a little petty, they're not firing people during a fucking pandemic, so they try to do budget cuts and shit like that. So I give Tony Khan props for that. These guys are going to make their money back. They're definitely going to make their money back, and they're not trying to go about it a way that we would deem as not that nice, and like we've seen in WWE. So I've heard people, they're in the red, they're broke, they don't no, that's not what that means. And once the actual game comes out and sells, everybody's gonna buy that game. I know I'm gonna buy it, so like they're gonna make their money back. They're definitely gonna make their money back.
Yeah, and that's why it's like Romeo says, that investment into the video game is definitely going to pay off. And they're taking the time to actually, get through it. Touching on a couple of other news notes that we brought up, COVID making wrestlers incredibly randy, it would appear. Good for them. If you can't go outside, you might as well have fun inside. And that's talking about Cody, Moxley, and Kofi. So yes, I agree with you, Adam, 100%. AEW is set to return to live touring on July 7th in Miami. And in a recent interview with UPI, Tony Khan discussed the importance of the fans not wanting to replicate WWE's Thunderdome concept during the pandemic. When asked about AEW's approach to holding events, Khan admitted that he didn't want to do a video wall and instead aimed to put on shows for fans each week. Last Friday's episode of AEW Dynamite was down once again, drew 487,000 viewers and a 0.19 rating, 244,000 viewers in the 18 to 49 key demo. And finally, on the latest Pro Wrestling for Life podcast, Matt Cardona spoke to Sean Waltman on his brief stint in AEW, and he admitted that AEW never offered him a long-term deal. He said, I had an agreement to do a couple of shows. They never offered me anything long-term. I'm not going to sit here and beg. It is what it is. I had a great time there, and it was an awesome experience. Everyone was welcoming, and it was great. AEW is the place to be. It's thriving right now. At the end of the day, I wasn't offered anything, and I wasn't going to sit around and wait. And going off of that, we also had Mark Henry said that he's interested in trying to bring in Braun Strowman into AEW. What's your thoughts on them not offering Matt Cardona a deal and potentially offering Braun Strowman one?
Well, at the end of the day, business-wise, Braun Strowman is a name, despite how we might feel about his in-ring ability. That's just, he was one of WWE's top guys for a couple years, and he is an attraction. So that would be a good idea. I don't really know how it will work as far as the AEW crowd and fans really aren't that Braun Strowman accepting a good majority of him. So that's going to be a nice little contrast. But I think that just having a few matches, a few appearances in AEW, then going to Impact was much better for Matt Cardona because he just would have been another guy on the roster at AEW, in my opinion. He's had a nice couple months feud going on with his best friend and Brian Myers, which made me a fan of Brian Myers out of nowhere, because I used to shit on Brian Myers like every week during Impact. But yeah, I think it was just a better opportunity and Impact for him to shine a little bit more than, you know, just being on AEW roster and probably not getting as much shine.
A better fit for sure. We got Negro Buck saying, I'll be going to AEW Dynamite in Houston on August 18th. Can't wait. Shout outs to you. That's awesome to hear. We got New Japan news this week, Ness, coming off of the heels of Impact's X Division champion Josh Alexander making his New Japan Strong debut last night. New Japan Pro Wrestling, announced that the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, will make their New Japan Strong debuts in their Tag Team Turbulence tournament, which kicks off in July. What you think about the crossover of Impact talent going to New Japan?
That forbidden door is off the hinges, baby. Even though those guys are New Japan as New Japan is, you know, so that doesn't really surprise me. But I'm glad to see them back over there. You know, it's not like it's officially New Japan, but like New Japan, but it's good to see them. You know, that's their foot's in the door, you know, and like now they just gotta walk all the way through the threshold.
Absolutely. I can't wait to see them in New Japan proper soon enough. Speaking of New Japan talent, Fred Rosser, the former Darren Young, has announced that he has officially signed an exclusive contract with New Japan Pro Wrestling. Congrats to him. New Japan Pro Wrestling has announced a 2-night Summer Struggle event in July, which will be headlined by a championship match on each night. Night 1 will feature IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion El Desperado versus Taiji Ishimori of the Bullet Club. And while Night 2 will feature IWGP Tag Team Champions Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi versus Tetsuya Naito and Sonata. We know who Ness is rooting for. New Japan confirmed that May's rescheduled Wrestle Grand Slam in Tokyo Dome has been rescheduled this Sunday, July 25th. The main event for that show has been confirmed as Shingo Takagi defending against the IWGP World Heavyweight Champion, defending the World Heavyweight Championship against Kota Ibushi, which should be an absolute banger for sure. But we won't be reviewing that, as New Japan. Sorry, you made us not do it. So, moving on. Impact Wrestling news. It's official. The Ultimate X match is back. Impact Wrestling announced on Twitter that the unique match type will return at Slammiversary on July 17th. The match features X Division champion Josh Alexander defending against 5 other men: Ace Austin, Chris Bay, Rohit Raju, Petey Williams, and Trey Miguel. According to Fightful, it was confirmed that Wrestling Observer also reported that Moose has signed a new contract with Impact Wrestling. The contract is reportedly for 2 years, and which will keep Moose with the company through the summer of 2023. And then Impact Wrestling hinted at a potential Slammiversary return on this week's show of Mickie James. It was Kira Hogan got thrown into a dumpster backstage by Havoc and Rosemary, and James trash bag incident with WWE was referred. When she crawled out of the dumpster, she saw a trash bag with Mickie written on it. What did you think about this tease, Ness?
That was hilarious. I loved it. It was just out of it just came out of left field. So I was like, I'm watching, and then it happened. I just started laughing my ass off. But at the end of the day, it could be its potential for, a return for Slammiversary. And I'm sure that Mickie, found it funny as well. She's not going to take any heart to it. But if that was a potential, just to see the planet and she does show up, I think that was done very well.
Absolutely. We got Romeo saying they should legit blow up the Thunderdome on the last Raw before fans return. We also got Jason Michael saying, when I'm going to be in Charlotte, North Carolina, AEW is going to be on the road in Charlotte, North Carolina, the day after my birthday. It's a birthday gift, Jason Michael. And I know you're a WWE fan, but elevate your life, evolve a little, go to AEW and have a good time. And then we got Marjo saying the Forbidden Saloon door. Yes, it is going back and forth, back and forth. And now we got another hot tag call in before we finish up with our news. We have another staple of the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, the True Draw himself, Josh Marrero.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Come on, bro.
And he's looking all elite.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's going on today, yo. I'm meeting a few people today, so it's gonna be a fun Saturday.
Who are you meeting out there in New York today?
It's gonna be Ricky Starks, The Acclaim, Serena, and Sheeta.
Yes. And if you don't follow Josh, you definitely should, especially if you enjoy great art. He did a great piece on Ricky Starks, a great piece on The Acclaimed, as well as Sheeta. I don't know if you have it handy with you, but you did excellent, sir. You even got love from a couple of the performers. So I know they're going to enjoy, autographing that today, sir.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have it around. I forgot where I put it at, to be honest. But
not prepared, man.
No, not at all. But it's gonna be a fun day. I look forward to it.
Are you looking forward to the AEW Dynamite Grand Slam in Queens?
Hell yeah! I'm gonna try to get tickets the first day. Fuck it.
I hear you. I'm right there with you. We got a couple of news that we got to run through. If you're here with us for a little bit, we got per the Fightful report. This is for Nest for ROH. The women's division in ROH. Some of the content that has been showed the last few months was filmed in January and March. 2 more names for the ROH women's tournament. The Ticket to Gold. Mandy Leon and Nicole Savoy joining the ROH Women's Championship tournament. They will join a field that includes Angelina Love, Allison Kay, Mercedes, Roxy, Miranda Alizé, Trisha Adora, Vita Von Star, and Willow Nightingale. So, Ness, you are the ROH expert here. Who do you think is going to win this tournament out of the names I just named?
Man, who I would want to see win out of all those names. So far, Willow Nightingale has been like the most impressive to me. She has the in-ring ability, and she has the larger-than-life character. A lot of these ladies are still like they either have one or the other. She has both, and from her, like that was just the one of them that stood out the most to me. I've seen a lot of great matches, but she just had like the best performance and just the best overall energy as one of the competitors. So far, that's what I'm pulling for.
That's a good prediction there. We got love for Josh in the live chat. Say Negro Buck saying, "What's up, Josh? Been loving all your art, man. Incredible." Yes. Follow Josh Marrero Art on Facebook. Follow Josh on all your social media platforms. He does great art. And I want to get Josh's opinion because he is a great wrestling fan as well. And I know he saw this match like I did. Stardom Tokyo Dream Cinderella event this week, which was their first live pay-per-view with English commentary, had one of the best matches of the year with World of Stardom champion Yatami Hakashita, excuse me if I said that wrong, versus Suri, which is the former UFC fighter Suri Kondo, and it was a 43-minute classic that Wrestling Observer rated 5.5 stars, the highest rated women's match in the history of Wrestling Observer newsletter. It's a must-watch, hard-hitting matchup that has to be seen to believe. If I can make a comparison, it's like Shibata and Ishii with women. And for 43 minutes, it's ridiculous. Josh, what was your thoughts on this match of the year candidate? Did we look? Uh-oh, Josh is frozen. Is Josh frozen?
No,
yes,
I'm all right.
Okay, there you go. What was your thoughts on Shuri versus Utami?
Yeah. Oh, I thought it was incredible. It didn't even really start off slow at all, and that was I think that was the best part for me, at least.
Yeah, I would say like even at the 30-minute mark, because there was a 30-minute time limit originally, like they started sprinting at 30 minutes. Like after fighting and beating the crap out of each other for 29 minutes, they started sprinting with a minute left in the timer. Like it was ridiculous. Like honestly, I think Rosa and Baker was great. Banks and Belair was awesome. Satomura versus Kylie Ray was great on NXT UK, but this was the women's match of the year. It just has to be seen to believe. You can see it on Stardom World. It's available on a few other outlets. Our last two news notes is Federation promotion that was set to have stars like Andrade, Rush, and Ray Phoenix and others was set to debut on June 19th, announced postponement of their show on June 11th. And for all the talents and purposes, the last attempt to become Mexico's third major promotion closed before it even started. Sad to see, Ness. I know you're a supporter of all Lucha Libre.
Yeah, it was a grand opening, grand closing in every sense of the word. There wasn't even any grand opening. It was just grand closing, grand closing.
Pretty much. And then we have to send our condolences, our thoughts and prayers to Don West, the former famous television pitchman of TNA from 2002 through 2012, announced on June 15th that he was suffering from a brain lymphoma and would start immediate treatment. So, of course, our thoughts and prayers to his family and Don West. You know, send your thoughts to him on Twitter or whatever social media platform that you follow him. But that brings us to a close on our news. We're going to move into a very quick preview and predictions for Hell in a Cell. But Josh, we don't want to have you suffer through doing predictions to that show. So please tell the people where they can find you on social media.
Thank God.
Before you head that out.
Well, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter on JamPunk321. On Facebook, you can find me on Josh Murrah Art. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you for joining us, good brother. We always appreciate you coming on, being the true draw that you are. So like you said, JM Punk 321, give him a follow, check out all his great art, and we hope you have a great time today, sir.
Thank you guys, right? Have a good one.
There, bro. Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy. So finally, we made it to our last segment, Ness, and that is Hell in a Cell 2021 preview and predictions. We're just going to run through this card because one match like this is not even on the card.
Yeah.
But we got two new matches made last night. First up, Cesaro will go one-on-one with Seth Rollins in a rematch of WrestleMania. Seth Rollins laid out Cesaro, giving him a stomp on the stage, on the ramp a couple of weeks ago to set up this matchup. Who do you think wins, Cesaro versus Seth Rollins?
I want to say Seth. He needs to get his win back. You know, that's perfect WWE booking.
Big book in there. There you go. Yeah. I'm gonna say Seth gets the win. WWE does 50-50 booking like a mother, so I think they were gonna see more of that. We got a good prediction from ROH though. He says Sammy Joe says I'd like to see Allison Kay get the victory in the women's tournament. So good shout there.
Yeah.
You would know. I've been lacking.
No, she's in. Yeah, she's in it. She's in it. She received a ticket to gold, which is ironic because the majority of the ladies that have been receiving them actually have competed, but then like she's one of the few that hasn't had a match and already got one, you know, just based off of her credentials and who she is. So, and I like the fact that, you know, they're going outside of just the regular Ring of Honor, rather than just like bringing talent in. They're going to, like, you know, Allison Kay was just in, you know, former Impact Knockouts champion, former NWA women's champion. So like they're really reaching out all over to bring in talent for this Women of Honor title tournament.
Absolutely. And yes, leave your predictions for Hell in a Cell in the live chat with us. You can still send in super chats, $1 or more. We would definitely feature your comment on this edition of Tru Heel Heat. Romeo says, I could see Cesaro losing this, but getting the last laugh by winning Money in the Bank. That is a good shout. I agree with you. I could see that as well. And speaking of women, we're talking about Ring of Honor. We got to talk about women in WWE. And one of three women's matches on this card, we got Alexa Bliss going one-on-one with Shayna Baszler. It's all about the doll in the mirror and that infamous scene with Shayna screaming to the doll Lily. So who you got winning this one, Ness?
Unfortunately, I got I have Alexa Bliss.
Alexa Bliss, I agree with you. They don't show any love to Shayna Baszler.
No.
Why would I think otherwise there? Going back to the SmackDown side, another matchup that they just made official, Kevin Owens. I love the Sami Zayn thing.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens going one-on-one with Sami Zayn. Who do you think wins this one, Ness?
Oh, man. I'll say Kevin, but I don't even care who wins. I love these guys. I want, when they say fight forever, this is one of those feuds that I can watch these guys fight whenever, how many times. I don't care who wins. Like, I'm just a huge fan of both of these guys. They just create so much magic together.
We got Jason Michael Campbell said, yeah, I'm excited. There's going to be 3 women's matches. Yes, equality. We got 3 out of the 6 women's matches on this card. And joining us back on the show, the Tighten Up Top Guy JJ in his Uber XL once again. Who you got in Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, Top Guy JJ?
Oh, I'm going Sami for this one, man. Sami's got to win at some point. KO has owned Sami for the past damn near year and a half. Sami's got to get this is useless pay-per-view. Might as well throw a bone for Sami.
I'm gonna agree with Top Guy JJ. I think Sami Zayn gets the victory. We got Romeo saying Shayna chokes Alexa out, but then starts spitting black demon goo and passes out. Alexa wins. Seems legit. That seems like a reasonable option there. And Jason Michael Campbell saying, "I like that, Romeo. That's a good idea."
I didn't want you to suffer.
Thank you.
Thank you. Here, I just wanted to try to be a trooper for.
Appreciate it.
He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Going back to the Raw side, we got Rhea Ripley defending the Raw Women's Championship against Charlotte Flair. This is, of course, a rematch from WrestleMania 36. These two ladies were in the triple threat at WrestleMania Backlash, which Rhea won. But who wins here, Rhea versus Charlotte? Top Guy JJ.
I think Rhea's reign just comes to an abrupt end for no reason. This is the WWE booking. We gonna get some classic, nonsensical end to this match. Charlotte will become, a 14-time champion?
Yes.
Yeah, this is a very unceremoniously title win. But I don't see Rhea's reign lasting any longer. Her reign has been nothing but basura.
As Romeo says, happy Father's Day, Rick. 14 times. Yes, I agree. Charlotte Flair gets the victory. Ness?
Yeah, it's unanimous. Yeah.
Unanimous all around. Charlotte Flair, 14-time women's champion. For the SmackDown Women's Championship, Bianca Belair will defend against Bayley inside of Hell in a Cell. This match has been building up ever since the WrestleMania Backlash, where Bianca beat Bayley due to using her braid. Bayley's been laughing at Bianca over the last couple of weeks, but this feels like a feud that doesn't even need the Hell in a Cell, but it has it anyway. So who do you think wins this one, Ness?
Bianca retains. This is one of the matches that I was looking forward to, and I just hope they deliver. But yeah, I agree. I don't think it really needs a Hell in a Cell, but I'm here for it regardless.
I'm here for it as well, and I think Bianca gets the victory. Who do you got, Top Guy JJ?
This is actually, I think this might be the match of the night right here. I think this is gonna be a show steal, I believe. I think these two are gonna end up showing a lot better chemistry than their prior match. I do think Bianca retains, but I definitely think this is definitely gonna be their best match.
I could see that. I just think that it's going to get unreasonable, unnecessary comparisons to Sasha and Bayley from last year, though. So that's the unfortunate part. And then our other Hell in a Cell, our main event of the evening, it's going to be Bobby Lashley defending the WWE Championship against Drew McIntyre. If Drew loses, he will never get another shot at Bobby Lashley as long as he is champion. Romeo in the live chat saying, guys, you could show a little bit more damn excitement for a new women's champ. And Jason Michael Campbell saying, I love me some Bayley, the MVP of the pandemic era. I agree with you. She was the MVP of the pandemic era, but she hasn't been that great over the last couple of months. And she needs a goddamn win, but I don't think she's going to get it here. But who wins? Bobby and Lashley, what seems like it's going to be their final showdown. Top guy, JJ.
Oh, thank God. Thank God this is finally about to come to an end. I mean, Jesus, how many contract signings, how many matches have we had already? Thank goodness this will be the end of McIntyre's 1,002 chances. Lashley will hold on to this. He will retain because he will end, I believe his title drop will come at SummerSlam. But it won't be at no damn Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. It will not end on this garbage. This feud sucked. This whole thing has been trash. So yeah, please, for the love of all of us, and for anybody that enjoys this sport, please, Lashley, end this.
Please, Lashley, end this. I think I would have said Drew a week ago, but after Drew hit the Claymore on Monday Night Raw already, we already seen the finish. So it makes more sense for Bobby Lashley to win here. But I do think we may see the return of the Fiend after this Hell in a Cell match, and the Fiend will be the next challenger for Bobby Lashley. We lost top guy JJ. Who you got? Drew versus Bobby.
I'm gonna go with Bobby because we need to see more out of this reign, man. Like, it's literally just been about Drew for the most part. There was like that little stint with the Miz, but then it just pretty much reverted back to Drew this whole time. And like they're getting to the levels of like John Cena-esque with Drew.
Yes.
And it's just like just repeatedly using them. And I'm a fan of Drew, you know, I'm not going to talk down on him, but it's just like, all right, he had his chance. Let Bobby move on and do more. Like, let's get a little bit more out of this title reign. Like, let's just see the depths of things they can go, especially with MVP at his side. You know, he can cut ass on anybody on the roster, like what he's been doing. Let's just give somebody else a chance, please. Let's just do that.
I agree with you there.
I thought you was gonna say like the return of Brock Lesnar or something.
I thought that too.
No, why would they bring back?
You know how close the cam button is. You know how close the cam button is to the leave button.
Why would they bring back Brock Lesnar not in front of fans? I don't see that. We got Romeo. We got Romeo saying the Fiend needs to get his damn revenge on Bliss. Alexa versus me at SummerSlam. Oh, and he says, or maybe Drew will put the sword through Lashley's chest. Oh my God! You want a murder, or you want
another murder? Another murder!
Jesus Christ! And then Jason Michael Campbell saying Lashley. But that is all for our preview and predictions for WWE Hell in a Cell. We want to thank everyone for what has been a grand edition of Tru Heel Heat 130. Thank you to Matthew McCoskey. Thank you to the Negro Buck, Nick Jackson. Thank you to Heel Steven. Thank you to Drunk Guy JJ. Thank you to thank you to Top Guy JJ, Miss Krssi Love, and of course Ness. This has been such a great edition. True Draw Josh joining us as well. We've had a couple of run-ins, a couple of call-ins. You guys have been amazing in the live chat. All of us joining and commenting live. The super chats from Mont Black as well as Negro Bug. Thank you so much for those. And Top Guy JJ, I know you said it to them earlier, but a couple of people have gone, a couple of people have come in. Please let them know where they can find you on social media.
On Instagram, you can find me at Tru Heel _ Top Guy JJ. On the Tru Heel YouTube page, you can find me every week with SQ3 and Miss Krssi Love on the Tru Heel Heat podcast and on a few roundtables, and the one and only appearance that I will ever make on Rated Raw Superstars, because I will not watch that 3-hour shit ever again.
We appreciate your sacrifice. And speaking of other people who have made that sacrifice of watching Raw, Ness, thank you so much for joining us on this edition of Tru Heel Heat, making the hot tag in. We got slamming Sammy Joe saying, I mean, murder is one way to decrease the size of the roster. Good point, Slamming Sammy. Good point. Very good point. Ness, please let them know where they can find you on social media and the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel.
You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at skinny__Kravitz. Catch me on the Tru Heel Heat YouTube channel, Fusion of Honor, Blood Impact, Joints and Jabronis, NX3, also the Roundtable Rebels. And once again, once we come back from our break, which we will have Top Guy on, True Toxicity.
Absolutely.
About fucking time.
We will. And you can follow me on Twitter at Tru Heel SP3. You can also follow my work on Powered 4 TV with Powered 4 SP3 with John Scott, the Wrestling Daily YouTube channel every Wednesday with Alex McCarthy. Check us out, subscribe over there. Of course, go over to Powered 4 TV, 50% off your first month. Use the promo code SP3. And you can see me on the Sports Theater Wrestling YouTube channel. We did a great Hell in a Cell preview with myself and Andrew Thompson of Post Wrestling. Also, I was on the Smack Talk, the SmackDown post show with Dutch Mantel and Rick Ucchino. You can see all of that work over on Twitter. And there's great content for you for Tru Heel Heat. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Tru Heel Heat. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. We got great content coming up, some great live streams. Tomorrow we go live after Hell in a Cell, 30 minutes following the show with our Hell in a Cell roundtable review. We're going to have a cast of characters talking about this Hell in a Cell pay-per-view that we just previewed, as well as on Monday, we're going to go live with our China documentary review, which should be a very good one as we go in depth on the life and career of one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time. So for all of our great callers on this edition of Tru Heel Heat, for Top Guy JJ, for Miss Krssi Love, for Drunk Guy JJ, True Jaw Josh, the three-time baby making champion, this is Ness. For everyone watching, for everyone on this show, happy Father's Day to you all. This has been Tru Heel Heat 130, Return from Hell. We are signing off until